tonight. They practiced yesterday, Tuesday. A little stretch before tonight's game, and then the long West Coast trip. And a bad toss by Mark Davis. The players weren't even ready. Eddie Curry getting a smile out of it.
The Sixer game, Mike, got 86 for the Knicks because of their mental and physical fatigue and what they've gone through being short with their roster. But now, no more excuses for the Knicks. They've got players back. They've had a big rest, so they should be rejuvenated.
And a tough test tonight. Pass inside to Curry. Curry foul. Count it and one. Right away, Crawford and Curry hook up. And the Knicks get on the board first.
Last time Curry saw the Pistons, he led the team in scoring with 24. Watch the quickness by Eddie right there. The ill-advised foul sending him to the line.
Curry, one of pretty much the whole team that struggled on Saturday. Channing Frye had it, lost it off the missed free throw.
Say ill-advised foul because if you're going to foul a guy, make sure he doesn't make the basket and have a three-point opportunity.
Here's a tough matchup. Frye against Rasheed Wallace. Wallace, count it, and a foul. Wallace, who likes to veer out and shoot three-pointers when he has a mismatch down low, takes advantage.
Yeah, she's 6'11", so is Frye. Normally not Wallace's forte. He likes the three-point shot. And now he has an opportunity for the conventional three-point play.
You see his numbers. Wallace playing better this year than last year. He was up and down last season. His rebounding numbers over 2 rebounds higher than last year. Scoring a little bit down, but he's been playing better for them. Better defensively with Ben Wallace gone. Yeah, hits the free throw.
Yeah, both teams have started the game right in the paint, and now the Knicks go back to Curry.
Curry also with the advantage against Nazr Mohammed. Gets ball, count it, and one. Curry puts it in again. Mohammed hit it pretty hard, but Curry showing his strength there.
So Curry, the featured Knick, 2 for 2. Previously, Sheed fouled him to send him to the line. This time, Mohammed. Curry still struggling, folks, from the line. Only 58% free throw shooter.
But you see the 55% from the field. That's 10th in the league. And you look at his scoring average, Clyde, averaging almost 18 a game. He just get that average free throw percentage up a little higher. He'd be an easy 20-point scorer. And it's something he continually works on, but has still been very inconsistent.
Pick and roll play. Here comes Hamilton on the curl.
You get a lot of rest tonight after guarding Rip Hamilton. That shot won't go by Wallace. Hamilton as much motion as any player in the league. Curry running down the floor, banks it in. Eddie Curry 3 for 3 to start.
And that time just overwhelming Rasheed. Wallace 6'11", 260. No match for the 280-pound Curry.
Curry running the floor for the big guy. Marbury on Billups.
Big guys will run when they know there's something in it for them. And right now, Curry's feasting.
Frye is guarding Prince. Prince to the basket. Mayshawn Prince, beautiful move.
Saw Jeffries come over, but Prince very composed, able to elude him as well.
Prince, as we mentioned, their third leading scorer, 15.5 per game, lit up the Knicks to 31. And the first meeting between the two back on December 1st.
And that was a career-high tying game for Prince.
Mohammed pokes it away. Marbury cuts to the basket. He took his eye off, but he can't hit. Fight for the rebound, Prince.
Rasheed Rollins bluffed Steph out of that shot that time.
Billups got hit from behind, and Jeffries commits the foul.
Both teams foul prone to start the game. And we mentioned Chauncey's accuracy from the free throw line, 88% shooter.
Billups coming off his best season as a pro last year, all NBA second team, all defense second team, his first all-star appearance. He has turned into one of the best two-way guards in the league. Misses that free throw, and he is the leader of this team.
Yep, it's a very guard-oriented team with he and Hamilton. Of course, they lost Wallace, the other Wallace, Ben Wallace. They struggled early on, but now they found their game.
You see the numbers, the assists 7th in the league. He goes 1 of 2. They've played 2 minutes. Knicks by 1.
Good confrontation with Crawford and Hamilton.
Frye way off an air ball. Jeffries the rebound. Shot clock should not have reset, and it did. And Flip Saunders quickly off the bench saying, hey, wait a minute. So the officials usually have a pretty good idea of when it should. See Joe Forte checking with Eli Rowe.
Because it should not reset, folks, because it was an air ball. It only resets if the ball hits the rim. So obviously it did not. The Knicks have it now in front of their bench.
Probably going to be around 15, I would imagine, or maybe less. Forte checking. Right now they have it at 13. Flip Saunders last year wasn't an easy year for him in his first year as coach of the Pistons. The expectations were anything short of a championship. He had Ben Wallace question some of his strategy late, and they lost to the Miami Heat in the conference finals in 6 games. But he is a very good coach, did a terrific job in Minnesota. Talking to a fan, or maybe he knows the fan. He got into it with a fan last night, I was reading, Clyde. They played last night at home, beat New Jersey. Shot clock's down all the way down to 10 now. The fan was getting on him for Carlos Delfino being in the game. Delfino apparently turned the ball over a couple of times. Marbury, nice left hand, and puts it in. And Saunders turned around and said, hey, wait a minute. You yell at me when I don't play the bench. Now I'm playing the bench, and you yell at me again. I can't win, that type of thing, which is unusual for him. He doesn't usually respond to fans. Prince inside, won't go, but a foul.
Both teams are very prone to fouls, and that happens because you're not alert out there. You're stepped slow, and that time Prince, we've seen him go to the hoop to score, this time to draw the foul.
So Lee's going to come in. He's smiling. He'll come in as Fry has picked up his second personal.
Prince is very underrated, or overshadowed, I should say, by this team. Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, and Rasheed Wallace. But he's a bona fide player, and all second-team defensive player last 2 seasons is Prince, and he's averaging 15 points and 5 bounds, so he has one more shot coming.
So Lee in. Clive thought Jared Jeffries may start at the 3 spot, but Lee may be at the 4 the way he's playing. Isaiah Thomas again deciding to have Lee come off the bench. He doesn't want a player to lose his starting job because of injury. That was Fry earlier. Ball poked away. Marbury gets it back.
Nice continuity here by the Knicks.
Marbury took an extra step.
And that time you saw the Pistons tighten up their Swiss cheese defense. Previously, Steph went in there and he spun against them and scored. This time they denied him. Tristan remind me of when I played, Mike. My team, no ego problems, no hoopla. Just go out and do the job and go home.
They have been a very business-like team. There's some exceptions. Rasheed Wallace sometimes gets involved also. Nice feed to Curry, and he puts it in. Beautiful pass from Jamal Crawford. And Curry has 9 points in just over 3 minutes.
All coming in the paint. That was a splendid pass by Crawford. We haven't seen that one this year. An over-the-head pass.
Rasheed Wallace now against Lee, posting up.
Looking to exploit Lee.
And Lee gets his first rebound. Lee comes into the game 7th in the NBA in rebounding. Just tremendous progress from Lee. Crawford. Nice touch from Crawford on a little flip shot, and the Knicks up by 5.
Pistons defense very porous. They want to talk it over. Some Matador D going on now by the Pistons.
By the way, Lee, I'd mentioned that was his first rebound. It's already his second. He gathers them quickly, Clyde.
As Jamal swoops and hoops.
Hi, this is Malik Rose of the New York Knicks. Wishing all of you out there a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and then great well wishes.
Everybody, let's get it started.
Ford's year-end event is counting down. It's your last chance to get your best deal on our best sellers. Get the capability of Explorer, the versatility of Expedition and the all-new Expedition EL, or the efficiency of Ford Escape Hybrid. Hurry, because it all ends January 2nd.
Let's get it started.
Get a new Ford Escape XLT edition for only $229 a month, well equipped for just $229 during Ford's year-end countdown.
Cotland Gardner is a real Geico customer, not an actor. So to help tell her story, we hired an actor.
My husband totaled our new SUV on my birthday.
But you know, I still love him.
Less than 6 hours after the accident, the Geico claim adjuster was at my house.
Well, I put on some tangerine lip gloss and answered the door.
Geico service turned out to be the best birthday present I could ever want.
I was one lucky woman.
Geico. Real service, real savings.
Brendan Shanahan is one of the deadliest shots in the league. To demonstrate his accuracy, he's going to shoot an apple off my head. Ready when you are, Brendan. You missed the apple.
What apple?
No more little Grangers.
Jared Jeffries playing just his 5th game for the Knicks. He's back after the suspension, and he's the subject of our Alexis quote book. Asked him about his defensive philosophy. It's all effort and communication. Isn't like my game is based on shooting the ball a lot. My game based on going out there and doing the small things. Boy, the coaches love to hear that, Clyde.
Yep, those small things are really big things, folks, like defense, rebounding, intimidation, hustle.
For years, you talk about the communication factor as Rasheed Wallace misses the 3. Prince the long rebound. Oh, nice fake for Prince. Inside, lost the handle, but Muhammad right there. But you talked about communication as such a key for defense.
Yeah, especially with the pick and roll play. So defense is essential, not only the pick and roll, but overall. Look at the Pistons now. See if they tighten up their D. They're in the zone right now, trying to deny the interior play of the Knicks.
Marbury. 3-pointer won't go. Curry keeps it alive, and David Lee comes up with it. Crawford, extra pass it to Jeffries, banks it in, foul. Curry kept it alive, and the Knicks able to convert.
But David Lee was the galvanizer, coming and hounding along the baseline. Watch Curry bats it, and there's Lee right there to swoop it up. Jamal, dazzling passing early on in the game by Jamal. So Jeffries at the line.
Dale Davis will come in as Muhammad picks up his 2nd. He doesn't like the call.
Another old pro coming into the game, Dale Davis.
So Jeffries will shoot. Jamal Crawford already with 3 assists.
Jeffries, folks, he's must improve his free throw shooting. 35% right now. So he and Curry definitely must work a little diligently on their free throws.
Yep, 5 for 14 is what he's shooting as Billups nails it. Chauncey Billups last night in the 1-point victory over the Nets did a good job distributing, but was just 1 of 10 from the field.
That time you saw the pick and roll without communication. That's why Billups was uncontested.
Veteran Dale Davis hanging on Curry. Curry draws the foul. By the way, Clyde, during the last timeout, the officials made a change. A new ball. As it winds down, players complain about it a little bit, so they switch the balls, which they never did with the leather ball unless something happened to it. But only after tonight, 2 more games, and then the leather ball comes back January 1st. Lee, nice feed to Jeffries. Jeffries can't hit, and a late whistle and a foul. But the Knicks will go to the line again. Good ball movement from the Knicks.
Yeah, sweet harmony on the offense by the Knicks. So obviously they've worked against the press. You can tell the way the ball is moving. They've been working against this press. So the Pistons in the press for 2 reasons: trying to deny Curry, also so you can rest when you're playing a zone defense. But right now, the way the Knicks are passing, they will have very little rest because they must move around. And Jeffries misfires again.
Another one as we go to Al Troutwig.
Hey, Mike, you talk about a team that knows its roles. When the Detroit Pistons are sitting there watching the game, the moment that Nazr Muhammad got called for that 2nd foul, Dale Davis, without anybody saying anything to him, ripped off his warm-up and just put himself in the game.
I'm going in, Coach. Davis wants the time, and with Muhammad sitting down, Dale Davis in his 16th year in the league. Billups way off. Good defense from Marbury. Davis, though, the rebound.
Ball did not hit the rim.
Hamilton, the jumper.
Second opportunities propelling both teams now.
Knick lead is 1. A high-scoring start to this one. Knicks 7 of 10 from the field.
But look at the Pistons with 6:15 remaining. They are in the penalty. Knicks just continue to attack the hoop.
And Curry right to the basket again. Eddie Curry 5 for 5 from the field. He's got 11 points.
Billups looking to erupt tonight after a 1 for 10 performance last night.
Billups has really perfected, Clyde, as a kick foul. Knicks don't like it. He's perfected letting the game come to him as a point guard. Picks his spots when to dominate on offense, look for a shot, when to get his teammates involved.
Yeah, we mentioned that chemistry between he and Hamilton. So they have been superb.
Ronaldo Bachman will come in. That foul is on Jared Jeffries, so 2 quick fouls on Jeffries.
Jeffries can't get a break.
You know, ironically, it was Billups who spoke to Stephon Marbury in the summer of 2005 before Marbury played for Larry Brown to try and tell him on how to balance between being a scorer. Nice turnover for Bachman as he gets it down the other end and misses the layup. Bachman going to the basket hard.
A rare turnover by the Pistons. They mentioned they lead the league. Only 12 a game.
But Billups tried to give Marbury some advice. There's a crossover move. Kicks it out. Dangerous pass. Obviously, it didn't work last year. Hamilton. That's good. Maybe the best mid-range scorer in the game today, Clyde?
I would say so. Mid-range jumper has become obsolete in today's game with the three-point shot and the dunk.
Again, the Knicks right back to Curry. Bachman. And fortunately deflected by the Pistons, so the Knicks will inbound with 6 on the shot clock.
The Knicks continue their cohesion, looking for the open man.
Marbury, high arcing shot, and Wallace tips it nicely.
How Hamilton dribbles so high. Davis not a shooter.
This is that one, but Prince right there. Davis up. And Curry backs away. Davis slams it in, and the Pistons back up by 1.
All of the Pistons points now, folks, coming on second opportunity.
10-5, they lead rebounds.
Yeah, so the Knicks, that's their forte these days, is rebounding. So they've got to tighten up their bounds.
Marbury. Bachman. Bachman continues to shoot threes, but he has not been successful there. Just 4 of 20 now for the season.
Prince has those long arms, and he's a southpaw.
Shot won't go, but a foul. Very methodical, but gets the job done. And I agree with you, Clyde. To me, he's one of the most underrated players in the league as Bachman picks up his first. He's the only member of the Pistons last year of the starting 5 who did not make the All-Star team.
Oh, free throws hard to come by tonight.
Free throws made hard to come by.
Normally the Pistons are around 77%. One of the best in the league. I mentioned this man around 78. Billups 88. He misfired on his first attempt previously.
Prince made All-NBA defensive second team the last 2 years. And his scoring every year seems to go up a little bit more. Gives the Pistons a 2-point lead.
Which is surprisingly because the Knicks have really outplayed the Pistons. But their second opportunities have kept them in the lead.
Marbury, good hard drive inside. Wild lefty shot. David Lee comes out with it. Blocked, ball knocked loose, picked up by Billups.
Pistons with numbers, 2-on-1.
Billups to Hamilton. Won't go. Marbury, good hustle getting back and a quick outlet.
Jamal hasn't been looking to score.
Inside pass to David Lee, and he backs it in. Here, what credit Stephon Marbury, because he went, after missing the layup, he was the furthest back, but hustled back to get that rebound off Hamilton's miss.
Yeah, and Billups held the ball too long, and you're right, Stephon sabotaged the play.
Hamilton bumped, shot, counted, and one.
Continuation.
Marbury picks up his first.
Watch him use Stephon's move on him when he cuffs the ball right there. Stephon came out with that move, and he uses it to his advantage that time against the creator.
So Billups is going to sit down, and there's Will Blaylock, a rookie from Iowa State, their second-round pick. Lindsey Hunter is out with a sore Achilles. So Blaylock, who they didn't expect to get a lot of minutes, has been playing. Little guy, 6-foot guard. And Hamilton completes the three-point play. Hamilton 7 points. Knicks down 3.
And Curry hasn't had much action here. An auspicious beginning. They got to get the ball back to him.
Davis trying to play him physical. Marbury inside. Good hard drive from Stephon Marbury.
taking Blaylock to school right away with Steph down the middle of the lane.
Under 3 minutes left here in the first. Pretty good tempo to this one. Both teams shooting 50% or more. Wallace looking to post up Bachman. Good help defense from Curry. Dale Davis. Knicks will give that shot up all night, though.
I know, and look at that shot, folks, how he's twirling. Counterclockwise.
Dale Davis will be 38 years old in a couple of months. Nice pass by Lee, and Bachman to finish.
That's another thing in Lee's game. He's a good passer, keeps his head up. That time found Bachman underneath.
Knicks down by 1.
Splendid passing by the Knicks. Crawford also has made some dazzling passes.
Bachman on the block. Oh, terrific play. And here come the Knicks. Marbury back to Lee. Out for Crawford. Inside to Curry for the 10. Oh, beautiful teamwork, and the Knicks back up by 1.
And another sweet dish by Jamal.
5 assists for Crawford here in the opening quarter.
You see the Pistons relaxing on the defense, so they're showing some fatigue from last night.
And Clyde, the Knicks with 24 points in the paint. And credit that with all the good passing. Prince won't go on the 3. Marbury the rebound. Prince had that 6 3-point game against the Knicks. Marbury to the basket. Bangs it in. And a foul. Stephon Marbury with a chance for a 3-point play.
And the Pistons very lackadaisical right now as they want to talk it over. So the Knicks with their hustle and muscle as Steph goes to the hoop. And Bachman in the game because of foul woes to the other Knicks with the rejection igniting the Knicks in transition. And Jamal continues to astound with his dishing.
Go get it, boy.
Good boy. Come here, boy. Oh, it's a good boy. Good boy.
Your turn, Simmons. Simmons.
Good boy.
Your turn.
When flying internationally, it's better to arrive well rested. Fly Continental's Business First, rated #1 international business class.
You have great hair.
Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right.
It's the most magical time of the year. Experience advanced performance and technology at Acura's Drive Home for the Holidays sales opportunity. Take advantage of attractive lease rates on all 2007 Acura models for well-qualified customers.
It's down to the top 10. The 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Only 2 episodes are left. The whole building goes off. Which moment will be the greatest? Let's rock. This January, the next 5 will be revealed. Every story. Every moment. This was buzzing. Every episode counts. Don't miss an all-new 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Coming this January, only on MSG.
Knicks basketball brought to you by Budweiser, who thanks you for being a designated driver. Still time to get your holiday packs, the perfect gift for your favorite sports fan. Holiday packs include your choice of 3 Knick games, free food, free merchandise, discounted parking, and more. Information, call 877-GO-KNICKS or visit nyknicks.com. Excellent teamwork for the Knicks. And a lot of children in attendance tonight. The school's off during the holiday period. Stephon Marbury, chance for the 3-point play, and he's got 7 points.
It makes a little pressure in the backcourt.
Good pass from Blaylock, and Hamilton.
That's what you do against the press. You attack it. Hamilton, one of the best with the mid-range jumper.
2-point Knick lead. Knicks shooting 62%. The Pistons 50%. Marbury right back to Curry. Curry reposting, and he traveled. Took the extra step.
What's happening now? When Curry was devastating them, he was like 8 to 10 feet away. Now he's 12. So what happens, you can double him better. That's why you had to reset. and then he turned the ball over.
Steve Francis tried to come in, but it's not going to be allowed. You have to be at the scorer's table at the time that the violation is called. Francis didn't get there in time.
One of my pet peeves against the NBA, let the guys in. What's the significance?
And Joe Forte was also saying, tuck your shirt in, now he's going to let him in. I guess so. Well, again, Clyde, the reason they do that is if you stop play and let the one guy in, then the other team could say, all right, you get in there quick. And then you could start to be, as you like to call
it's
it, folly.
Always abuse, right?
Right.
Yep.
Prince.
Stooping.
Nice little ball fake. Tipped by Lee. Francis in the game. Francis, nice pass to Walker. Goes down hard. And the Knicks saying, what about a foul?
Prince was there harassing him. Did he get contact? I couldn't tell.
Isaiah Thomas talking with Joe Forte. And Joe Forte is going to bring his officials over. This would be interesting if they... that wasn't a foul, no.
He came from behind like Bill Russell. He might have escaped his... Ooh.
No, that's a good no call. He's done that a few times. Of course, that famous play he did against Reggie Miller when he was with the Pacers in really a game-turning play in the Pistons' drive to the championship. He's done it a couple of times. Gets back in the fast break and makes a spectacular block.
You mentioned those long arms by Prince.
He's got a 7'2" wingspan.
Knicks in his zone. Let's see who can shoot them out of. That man can right there.
Hamilton. Prince gets it inside, and a tip in by Davis.
Davis, extraordinary offense. That wasn't expected.
Or do they give that to McDyess? I think they gave it to McDyess. So the game tied at 28. My mistake. McDyess gets the 2 points. Shot clock turned off.
This has been in the penalty since 8 minutes in the quarter.
Crawford won't go. Rebound Lee. And a loose ball foul and a bad foul with 1.1 remaining. And the Knicks in the penalty.
Yep. Not the prudent thing to do.
So McDyess will go to the free throw line.
Previously McDyess with the tip in. Now looking for 2 from 15 feet away.
McDyess been struggling a bit shooting the ball this year, but he always starts off slowly because of all the knee problems. He does not play basketball at all during the summer. Just leaves it alone. And it takes him a while to warm up. A couple of months.
And those knees took him out of superstardom. This guy used to play above the rim before the knee woes.
But a good solid defender and rebounder, can still score. Been struggling a bit, as we mentioned. 1 of 2. Francis not even going to... Why would they took his time on that? You get a decent shot, Clyde. That would not even went in. But the quarter comes to an end. Offensive quarter, a good one for both teams. Pistons with a 1-point lead.
When you don't know what the weather is going to do, it's good to know what your car can do. The Audi Quattro Winter Event. Get exceptional values on select Audi models. Each available with race-proven and weather-proven Quattro all-wheel drive. Test drive the Audi A4 Sports Sedan at your local Audi dealer today.
If. For such a small word, it packs a wallop. If I live to 100, if Social Security isn't enough, if my heart gets broken, if she says yes. We believe if should never hold you back. If should be managed with coverage that builds on what you already have. Together, we can create a personal safety net, a launching pad for all those brilliant ifs in the middle of life. Call on our expertise and get guarantees for the if in life. After all, we're MetLife.
Thursday on MSG, a college hoops tradition returns to the Garden. It's opening night of the Aeropostale Holiday Festival. Check out Hofstra versus St. Joe's, followed by St. John's and Boston University. Live coverage begins at 6:30 Thursday night on MSG.
New York Knicks basketball brought to you in part by Audi, leading the way with road gripping Quattro all-wheel drive for over 25 years. It's greater to lead than follow. By MetLife, guarantees for the if in life. By Continental Airlines, official airline of the New York Knicks. Continental Airlines, work hard, fly right. And by Ford. Check out the best-selling Ford Explorer at a price that's even better only at your tri-state Ford dealer. Knicks trail the Pistons 29-28 after one. Eddie Curry came out superbly, Clyde.
Yep, invincible, indefensible was Curry. 13 points in 12 minutes of action. Dominated the paint. But give Crawford some kudos for some splendid passes to find Eddie. And he continued to maul the Pistons in the paint.
Curry 6 for 6 from the field, but he did not have a rebound. And Dale Davis and the Pistons with 5 offensive rebounds in that first half. Curry has come a long way in terms of his offense. The other areas continues to try and improve. Hamilton. Rip Hamilton rattles it in. And Hamilton now 5 of 8 from the field. He's got 11.
Yeah, the UConn product, so the tri-state area very familiar with Hamilton and his exploits at UConn.
Nice pass to Curry. Curry with a dunk. As Crawford with his 6th assist.
And Dale Davis, the culprit, going for the steal, leaving Curry uncontested. Hamilton now starting to percolate.
Crawford having his problem staying with him. Ball batted by Bachman. Francis has it.
Knicks with numbers.
Crawford goes in. Back for Lee. And Lee to finish. Oh, beautiful play from Crawford for his 7th assist.
The man has eyes in the back of his head. So we see some mesmerizing passes from Jamal.
Knicks with 9 assists and 2 turnovers, a terrific ratio. But neither team doing a good job of stopping the other. Davis misses. Crawford the rebound.
Knicks doing a good job now forcing Davis to take some shots.
Pistons back in the man-to-man. They played a lot of zone. Flip Saunders was one of the first to use the zones quite a bit when he was with Minnesota.
See, they're taking Curry out of the game now with double teams.
Shot clock at 2. Francis going to have to put it up and does not get a decent shot off in a 24-second violation. Francis continues to struggle since coming back from the knee problems.
Let's take a look at the grandeur of Jamal. His dazzling passes finding Lee this time. So our previous one that found Eddie Curry. And now time to slam for David Lee.
Crawford gets a seat. 7 assists for Jamal Crawford. Knicks lead by 1. Flip Murray's come on for Detroit. They are the new addition. And Prince, who is 6 for 7 from 3-point range against the Knicks back on December 1st.
And he's a bona fide 3-point shooter, folks. 45%. The league average is only 34.
Pistons back up by 2. Prince has 8. Francis gets it to Bachman. Bachman inside, draws the foul. And Tayshaun Prince picks up his first, doesn't like the call. And Bachman will shoot.
Perseverance by Bachman now.
Curry gets his first breather. And Jared Jeffries back in. You know, Clyde, a big number for Curry. And this is one of the reasons why that he's scoring more. He's playing 33 minutes a game. He's in better shape and he's staying out there. And obviously, the more he stays out there, Quentin Richardson looks like he's razzing him about something.
Right. Curry career average is about 27 minutes a game. And most of those in the first half.
Yeah, last year only 26.
Yeah, so he has not been a factor late in games as we've seen this season.
Those two are friends since childhood. They played AAU ball together as kids growing up in Chicago. Richardson said he's ever since back then when they were kids he's been getting on Curry to be more aggressive, and he's been raving about how well Curry is playing.
This kid Delfino hurt the Knicks in Detroit, so he's in the game now.
Jason Maxiell misses. David Lee the rebound in traffic, already 5 rebounds off the bench for Lee. Maxfield is it. Oh, nice pass from Barber. That's with some beautiful back up by one.
It's contagious. There's sweet dishing going on now by the backcourt. Nice help. Yeah, look at Jeffries helping out and getting back.
Jeffries gets a hand up. And Walker grabs it. Knicks again look to push.
Pick and roll.
Aubrey again to David Lee. And a foul. David Lee, energy off the bench, not starting, but equally as effective. 6 points, 5 rebounds, and a timeout. Well, this was a beautiful pass, Clyde.
Yeah, intoxicating play by the Knicks now. By Stephon, look away, and Lee's the beneficiary.
You're watching MSG. Here's what's coming up after the game. All tonight, only on MSG.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check outside.
Oh, this hotel sure is peaceful. Wow.
Don't book the right room in the wrong place. Send in the experts at Hotels.com. With their advanced mapping technology, finding the perfect hotel in the perfect location is now easier than ever. So log on or call now. Hold the door. Hotels.com. We know hotels inside and out.
It seems that no matter where we go or what we do, we always take my Land Rover LR3. Like when my daughter had to transport her ambitious yet prize-winning science project, it was, let's take mine. When the wife's 6 extra-tall relatives made a surprise visit, I took them to her sisters. In mine. Took mine. Took mine. When we went on a supposedly sun-filled vacation, we just had to take mine. And when the clouds finally parted, I'm glad we had mine.
Always be glad you took yours. The LR3 by Land Rover. Designed for the extraordinary. Visit your local Land Rover center.
The fans were great. I remember diehard fans that were always there after the games.
Fan support in New Jersey's grown and grown and become terrific here. I mean, you see the excitement on their faces.
They were enthusiastic about their team. It didn't have New York in the name. It had New Jersey in the name. And that meant something to them.
Don't miss the next magic moment. Tune into New Jersey's silver anniversary season when the Devils and Capitals collide. Friday at 7:30 on FSN New York.
Tomorrow night on MSG, college basketball tradition continues. The Holiday Festival, the Aeropostale Holiday Festival, returning to the Garden. Live coverage starts at 6:30. Hofstra takes on St. Joe's, then St. John's and Boston University. Top Pecora and the Hofstra Flying Dutchman. What a great job Pecora's done over at Hofstra. And St. John's trying to get back on track with Norm Roberts. And David Lee back on track, even though coming off the bench, he's got 6 points and 5 rebounds already. Comes into the game, second in the NBA in field goal percentage, and now 7th in the NBA in rebounding.
And a much improved free throw shooter. Normally career 69, now around 78% for Dave.
And Clyde, again, it's an interesting dilemma for Isaiah Thomas. I mean, Lee playing like he deserves the minutes. Right now he's averaging 29.5 minutes. He's usually on the court in the fourth quarter, but Thomas deciding to start Jeffries and Fry tonight and have Lee come off the bench. Lee is handled very well. He would prefer to start, but Paul says all the right things. 3-point Nick Lee, just over 3 minutes gone by in the second.
That's what's astounding to me. Seems like the Knicks have dominated the game and they only lead by 3.
That won't go. Flip Murray. Maxfield the rebound. Francis with the tip, but can't hold on. Phillips looking.
Dice loves the baseline.
And loves that turnaround jumper. Not that time. And Francis helping out on the boards.
Francis is a good rebounder. He averages about 4 a game.
Has 3. Francis, you can see again, is still not sharp yet. Sitting all that time with the knee, and knee apparently still bothering him. So the Knicks need that guard play, and Marbury's shot won't go, but a foul. Phillips is first.
Saw a good manipulation by Stephon, protecting the ball nicely with his body, and able to go between a couple of Pistons to draw the foul.
Fry comes back in. He played 3 minutes and picked up 2 quick fouls.
Steph has been quick since his metamorphosis, getting to the basket with a lot of gusto. His first step allowing him to get ahead of defenders to score or draw a foul as he did on the previous play.
8 points now for Marbury, who's been bothered recently by a left knee that he banged in a Pacer game, the one in Indiana. But the last couple of days again, Knicks able to heal up a little bit, and they pull off a 7-0 run right now and lead by 5.
Yeah, they got to get double digits on these Pistons.
Knicks shooting 59% from the field against one of the better defenders. Murray lost the sight of it. It's only the second turnover by Detroit. Again, the Pistons come in. They've won 5 in a row, and after they started the season 3-5. Since then, they're 15-3. Channing Frye, it's good. And the Knicks with their largest lead of the half. Timeout Detroit. Flip Saunders, he is not happy with the defense.
And Isaiah Thomas must be delighted with his squad. A parsimonious defense and a harmonious offense now igniting the Knicks.
Knicks shooting 61% from the field. Again, everybody touching the ball. Good on selfish play.
6 players do not make a team. If they don't work together, they're just 6 individuals in matching uniforms. At Oppenheimer Funds, our investment professionals work hand in hand, sharing more than a common goal, sharing the skills that can lead to success. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing. This New Year's Eve on MSG, rock your way into 2007 with the Jammies New Year's Eve Marathon. The Jammies New Year's Eve Marathon. 10 straight hours beginning Sunday night at 8, only on MSG.
Tonight at 10:30, a special best-of edition of the Boomer Esiason Show. Boomer takes a look back at some of this season's top guests and moments. Tonight at 10:30 here on MSG. 4.5 gone by, second quarter here at Madison Square Garden. Isaiah Thomas's team shooting 61% against the Detroit Pistons, and it has been excellent team play, Clyde. Unselfish play. And everybody getting involved in touching the ball.
Surprisingly, the layoff has not hurt the Knicks. They've been off a while and not showing any effects of it. The Pistons look a little fatigued after having defeated the Nets last night in Detroit.
It was a close game that went right down to the final seconds. A controversial no call. As the Knicks back in that zone. Ball poked away by David Lee. Francis ahead to Marbury. Marbury up, gets fouled. And the Knicks continue to look impressive. That basket won't count.
And that's how you give a foul, folks. Another turnover by the team that has the fewest in the league. And this is how you give a foul. Right there, make sure the man does not have an opportunity to make the hoop. And there was no malice intended. Going for the ball, sending Steph to the line.
So Marbury will shoot. The Pistons average 11.9 assists per game. That's the lowest in the league, the best number. Flip Saunders teams, even when he coached in Minnesota, were always amongst the leaders, and it's something that he practices. For example, when they're having a scrimmage, the team that gets a couple of turnovers, you get points taken away when they have the scrimmage to see who wins. He plays it as part of the game to really have the mindset of protecting the ball. Well, they just got it over. It took them 7 seconds. Excellent defense.
And also look at the shot clock now. How much time is remaining?
Murray, offensive foul. Jared Jeffries draws the charge.
I said Jeffries at the top of the show. He's so fundamentally sound, well coached, And you can see it in every aspect of his game. Watch how he helps out on this particular play. Always looking to help out, so doing a good job there. Pistons in disarray now, the second unit.
Knicks have scored 11 straight, Clyde.
Yep. Now this is the lead they should have. They dominated the game.
Marbury struggled with his dribble.
This is one of the double dribble.
It was pretty close. Francis. Marbury. That's a three. Way short. Barely grazes the rim and knocked out of bounds by Jeffries off of McDyess's legs.
See, Jeffries always around the ball, making things happen.
Crawford back in, and Francis sits. Francis played 16 minutes against Philadelphia.
I like what I saw with he and Marbury. They were passing the ball to each other. So there were some games I was wondering whether they would do that.
Offensive foul call. Channing Frye. That's his third, so he's going to go right back to the bench. One of those nights, at least in the first half, for Frye.
See, Rasheed Wallace is back in the game now. Good three-point shooter, so the Pistons in dire need of offense, so look for Wallace to be featured here.
Curry back in. Like I'm saying, that's all right there, young fella. There's always a second half. And Murray pushed off. The ball denial from Crawford forced that turnover. That's 3 straight turnovers from Murray. 2 offensive fouls, and one he took his eye off a pass.
That's why he's headed to the bench, and he will be there as Hamilton checks in. But that's what good defense will do, folks. Makes you frustrated. Start playing with your hands rather than your feet. And that's why Murray's sitting there.
Hamilton puts on that mask, had those broken noses away back. Superstitious about it. Curry banks it in. Eddie Curry now 8 for 8 from the field, 17 points. And the Knicks have scored 13 straight.
Stephon hounding Billups.
Now Billups backs up and nails a three. Billups senses they needed a bucket, and you could tell he was going to shoot the ball.
Good screen by Curry. Look at Billups now all over Steph.
Bad pass from Crawford. Here comes Delfino.
He has good hops.
Delfino. It's at the drop. A little soft touch on the floating layup.
Just like that, the Pistons have turned the momentum around.
And now Isaiah Thomas wants to talk it over. Thomas has watched his team shoot 60%. Eddie Curry 8 for 8 from the field. Knicks by 6.
Experience is an excellent teacher. And what over 45 years of experience has taught Oppenheimer Funds is the strength of a balanced approach and the effectiveness of a diversely skilled team. Valuable lessons that guide us through an ever-changing financial landscape. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing.
It's the New York Knicks Groove Truck, presented by Snapple Iced Tea. We're cruising to your neighborhood. Let us bring the Knicks experience to you. You can shoot some hoops, play some Xbox, and hang with your friends. So bring the Knicks Groove Truck and Snapple to your next event. Go to nyknicks.com or call 877-NYK-DUNK to book a private or community Groove Truck appearance. Players not included.
Hey, what's up? I'm Brooke Hogan, and this is my dad, Hulk Hogan, and we want to wish you guys a happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, Hogan style, brother.
We're challenging Honda and Toyota head-on at the Hyundai Challenge Year-End Sales Event. Only Hyundai has a lineup that gives you better fuel efficiency, a better warranty, and better year-end savings on models like the award-winning Sonata. And right now you can lease a 2007 Sonata for just $199 a month. That's just $199 a month for the stylish Hyundai Sonata. We're up to the challenge. You have to hurry. Lease a new Hyundai Sonata for just $199 a month at your local Hyundai dealer.
Al Troutwick back at Madison Square Garden. The Knicks have announced that the United States Armed Forces are the winners in the Sweetwater Clifton City Spirit Award for the month of December. Representing the U.S. Armed Forces is Iraqi veteran Specialist Ben Spies of Massapequa, New York. He exemplifies the 7 core Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. The Knicks have given him a $2,000 charity donation, and he will give that to the Iraq and Afghanistan Veterans of America and the NYPD American Legion Post. Mike Breen, back to you.
All right, Al. And he got a much-deserved ovation from the crowd here at the Garden when he was brought out. Meanwhile, an offensive foul. Jamal Crawford, his first.
Delfino started to assert himself. Previously the steal and a hoop. A big three-pointer by Billups. And now this turnover giving the Pistons momentum.
Billups, one of the best post-up guards on. Nice move from Billups. Gets inside. Double clutch. And David Lee's going to be called for the foul.
Billups, like Stephon, very strong. 6'2", 205. And watch the shake and bake here baseline. And you see Lee right there with the foul.
You know, you talk about guys, Clyde, that just come into the league and are stars right away. That was not the case for Billups, despite being the 3rd overall pick out of Colorado. Boston took him, but he only spent a half year with the Celtics. He was with 5 teams in his first 4 years, bouncing around the NBA: Boston, Toronto, Denver, Orlando. Then he went to Minnesota for a couple of years, played better, and that's till he got to Detroit. As he has turned into, you know, he was one of those that they said he was a shooting guard in a point guard's body, but he's developed into such a solid point guard, two-way player.
And watch his defense on Steph. There's an infamous pass over there, nobody looking, along the sideline by Steph. So the Knicks starting to slowly unravel now. Billups looking to take over.
You know, Billups, a big part of his improvement, as Rasheed Wallace misses, has been when Larry Brown coached him, but he just became a star in Detroit. Marbury, coast to coast, banks it in. Still on Marbury with 13 points, and the Knicks back up by 6.
A defiant Steph that time would not be denied, slicing and dicing between Wallace and Billups. There's the curl for Hamilton. He's wide open.
Hamilton, long that time. Ball batted around McDyess. And there's Delfino. Delfino's been erratic, but at times he looks like he could be a terrific player. And he nails that jumper.
That's what happens when there's no communication on the pick and roll. Delfino working it nicely that time along the baseline.
He's 2 for 2 from the field. Another one of those fine players from that Argentina and the national team.
Oh, another errant pass by the Knicks. So what's happening now? The Pistons tightening up their D, and the Knicks anticipating things, and it's not happening.
8 turnovers now for the Knicks. 6 of them here in the second quarter. And their lead cut to 4. Marbury fighting over the screen.
Yeah, he and Billups got a thing going on.
Hamilton drawing the foul.
Stay on your feet.
You know, Clyde, that's one call in the league that I think a lot of officials call that isn't necessarily the right call. Let's watch. Now Crawford, that was a foul. He did go a little forward. But so often a player goes for that fake, goes straight up, and because the offensive player leans in, they still call it on the defensive player. And I think the officials need to do a better job of reacting to that and making sure that the defensive player is not going straight up. You're allowed to go vertically straight up. Now, yeah. Crawford did lean forward and deserved that foul.
That's why you want to stay on your feet and not leave it in the hands of the officials to make the call. You're talking about that imaginary plane between the offense and the defense.
Yep.
So you want to stay on your feet on the deep.
But I think the officials need to do a better job on that particular call.
You might be right.
Nice move.
I made a living on that particular move, Mike, so I'm not going to agree with you.
Well, you're not playing anymore. So you don't have to worry. You were, I mean, the master of that. But also a lot of guys, you had guys coming into you as well. Billups goes. But you're right.
But like you say, invariably they give it to the offense when you do that.
Rasheed Wallace, nice tip in for his second field goal.
Pistons resilient now.
Yeah, he did pretty well with that particular play.
Watch the denial now by the Pistons. Up in the passing lanes. You right there. Knicks 30 feet away starting their offense.
Marbury. That's a three. Stephon Marbury from downtown. And the Knicks back up by 4. Marbury with 16.
Steph only averaging 11 on the season.
Coming up on the 2-minute mark.
Dice can't get away from Curry. Curry showing some defense.
Hamilton again. Second effort. Flips it up. Won't go. Rebound Delfino. Curry still without a rebound. He's been terrific offensively. No rebounds in 19 minutes.
That's what his critics look at when they talk about him.
Hamilton and Jeffries reached in and grabbed him. They're going to call it on Crawford, though. That's 3 on Crawford.
And Hamilton just working assiduously on the low post with that post-up move. He's 6'7". Previously, he got Crawford in the air to draw the contact. This time, the reach-in foul. So Hamilton, a lethal shooter at 88%.
He led the NBA in three-point shooting last year. Not shooting as many this year, and his numbers down a bit. And technical foul call on Jamal Crawford. Crawford, who was frustrated by a couple of calls, kept arguing with Eli Rowe, and that was enough. So Hamilton will now shoot a technical foul.
Jamal has played a splendid first half and did not need to show that type of folly hurting the Knicks here in a close game.
It's his first technical of the season. And now Hamilton will shoot the second free throw. This from the personal foul.
Delfino has been one of the galvanizers here for the Pistons, coming up with steals and big rebounds.
Hamilton 5 for 5 from the line. Knicks with a 1-point lead, under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. Been an entertaining first half.
Yeah, this is NBA action here. Look at the defense now by the Pistons.
You see Hamilton doubling on Curry. Well, that's a 3-second. Should be a defensive 3 seconds, and that's what they call. Nope, they call a hold on McDice.
See, Dice no match for Curry one-on-one. That's why Hamilton is hanging around. And Dice right there, too zealous, sending Curry to the line.
Now Hamilton can stay in the paint like that as long as his man is within guarding distance, but his man left as Curry knocks down the first free throw. But they call the foul on Antonio McDice, his first. Knicks just 10 of 15 from the line. And Curry perfect on those two. Eddie Curry 19 points in 19 minutes here in the first half. He's a perfect 8 for 8 from the field.
Yeah, only averages 17 on the season to lead the Knicks. Sheed.
Delfino, Marbury gives him too much room and he throws it. Marbury just looking at him that time.
And he's looking. Delfino's cooking right adjacent to the Pistons bench.
Game tied at 54. Curry again. Marbury for 3. Won't go. Jeffries on the tip. And a delay of game warning called. Boy, Isaiah Thomas screaming at Eli Rowe. And now a technical foul on Thomas. Eli Rowe called a delay of game. The Knicks obviously objected. Isaiah, irate, comes at Rowe. Sometimes officials, if there's a chance they made the wrong call, they'll let a coach beef a little bit. Joe Forte's going to check. Let's see. Rowe is a young official. It's only his second year in the NBA. Boy, Thomas was hot. They called a delay of game warning on the Knicks. Thomas came right out. You know, you can't come out on the court and get an official's face. You're going to get a technical. Let's take a look at the play. Up, see now that what? Francis tipped it. Now that's a delay of game. You can't do that. Francis tipped it out. Because if the Pistons want to push it up the floor, it's not there. So they made the right call on the delay of game.
The way this game is going, folks, these technicals could be crucial for the Knicks. We saw one on Crawford, and now one on the coach.
So the delay game, take another look at it. Phillips is going to take the technical free throw. Let's take another look. Yeah, that's Steve Francis did it. That's the right call. Crowd's booing, but he made the right call. Now that's the technical free throw from Billups on the, I believe, on Isaiah Thomas technical. Now, was that the second delay of game? Was that the second? That might have been the second delay of game warning. Yeah, it was. Yep, the second delay of game warning. So that's a technical foul.
So there's 3 points on technicals, and the game is tied.
And that's why you can't fool around with the ball when it goes through the basket. Even, you tip it, they're going to call those. And they have the right call. That is not a smart play from Francis.
It's the right call because the Pistons were there getting ready to inbound the ball and knocked away. So
the game is tied at 56.
Yeah, but the Knicks should be up by 3 points. So we have to take a look at this as the game unfolds in the second half.
Hamilton inside McDyess. Nice adjustment from McDyess. So the Knicks have played a terrific first half, especially on the offensive end, 63% from the field, but they're down by 2. Curry deep in the post, flips it up, won't go, gets it again, and he's fouled. So Curry finally misses a shot, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Resounding rebounding by Curry. Look how quick he gets off his feet, folks. This man over 285. Watch the agility and the hostility on the second attempt to go up. And previously he switched to. Let's see if he can get these 2 down.
That's his first rebound. He's been superb scoring, but his first board of the game. Curry now 4 for 5 from the line. Malik Rose is going to check in. And Flip Saunders is going to use his 20-second timeout with 25.5 remaining.
Yeah, because if you don't use it, you lose it with the 20 seconds. You get 1 in each half. So the Pistons talking it over.
Our North Fork Bank upcoming schedule for the Knicks. It's all on the road, as they've got 5 games coming up on this Western swing, starting in Phoenix on Friday night, and then the Clippers, an afternoon game on New Year's Eve, and then starting against Sacramento, they go back to the leather ball. Friday's game, by the way, is on MSG2. The trip finishes up in Portland and then in Seattle. Both Portland improved this year, and Seattle was, although they're really banged up right now.
What about all the injuries in the league this year?
Oh man, Clyde, there's been some ones that break your heart. I mean, Yao Ming was playing such great basketball. Now he's out 6 to 8. Of course, Shaquille O'Neal has been out with the knee injury. Nenad Krstić, Chris Bosh, Paul Pierce, all just in the Atlantic Division.
And that's why the Knicks could make headway here. They could string some wins together. The opposition has some key injuries, so they must look to capitalize.
Boy, Curry, very effective shooting from the line. 5 of 6 from the line. And 21 points here in the first half for Eddie Curry. There's a little over a second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
And no fouls to give for the Knicks. Jeffrey showing his versatility, 6'11", guarding Billups at 6'3".
Hamilton, the quick mid-range jumper once again. He's got 19.
Too much time on the clock, though. The Knicks have a chance. Look at Billups almost coming up with the steal.
Malik Rose is my fault. It would have been, but ball went out of bounds. And now Isaiah Thomas will use his 20-second timeout with 3 seconds remaining.
The battle of wits now with the coaches. Previously, Saunders set up a superb play during his 20-second timeout. Hamilton coming along the baseline. He drilled a 15-footer. Now Thomas' chance to try to orchestrate an offensive play here for his team.
With 3 seconds to go, again, the Heineken at the half, including our hot minute at the half with Bobito. And then you'll join Al with first half highlights.
There were lots of highlights in this one, folks.
Not going to see Al for a while, Clyde.
Yeah, it's going to be disappointing. But we'll have him here, Mike, up late in the studio.
Jamal Crawford with 7 assists in the first half has looked to distribute, not to shoot that much. Knicks have plenty of time to get off a decent shot. Jeffries throws it in, deflected. No, Curry gets it back. Marbury at 3 at the buzzer. It's good. Stephon Marbury at the buzzer to end the half.
So both coaches diagramming magnificent plays, and the execution by their teams making it very fruitful. So McDyess almost with the steal, and then Curry getting it to Steph from downtown to beat the clock.
The officials will review it, but Marbury got this off. Curry with a good catch and pass, and Marbury, no question about it. Marbury and Curry with 40 of the Knicks' 61 points.
And Phillips, the culprit that time, as he lost Stephon, he was just meandering to the basket. Stephon uncontested from downtown.
And that will end a high-scoring first half. Knicks shoot 62% from the field. Eddie Curry with 21. He was 8 for 9. Marbury with 19. And Jamal Crawford with 7 assists. Halftime at the Garden. Knicks 61 and the Pistons 60.
How you doing? I'm Channing Frye, the New York Knicks. I just wish everybody a happy holidays and happy New Year, and come watch the Knicks.
Challenge doesn't build character. It reveals it. Through the market's ups and downs, Oppenheimer Funds has proven we have what it takes to keep moving forward. Just one reason why Barron's has recognized Oppenheimer Funds for having some of the top portfolio managers in the business. Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest.
Carefully consider fund investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Call your advisor for a prospectus with this and other fund information. Read it carefully before investing.
This copyrighted telecast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
You're watching the Heineken at the Half halftime report. Heineken, it's all about the beer.
Babika Barcia, aka Cool Bob Love, Hot Minute at the Half. We here with Ryan Ross, Panic of the Disco, the rock group. You guys have performed at the Madison Square Garden Theater very recently. How was that?
That was great. We played 2 nights at the theater, and I don't know, New York crowds are always tough, but the theater was such a cool environment, and the shows were great.
Now you're in town to perform at the Carson Daly Show.
Yeah, we're doing that on New Year's Eve.
Anything special lined up for it?
Well, I don't know. We're just going to be trying to keep our hands from freezing outside. We're playing in Times Square, so it's going to be a little bit chilly. But I don't know. We're playing a couple songs, one before the ball drop and one after, I guess. And I don't know. We're looking forward to it. We've never done a New Year's thing before, so.
All right, now, you're not only a basketball fan, you're an astute observer of the New York City dancers.
I am.
Tell us about that.
Yes, I have to. I have to be a fan. My girlfriend dances for them.
All right.
And I've never been to an NBA game before until I started dating her. So sort of learning about basketball and, you know, becoming a Knicks fan at the same time.
Ryan Ross, thanks so much. We'll be back very soon. Thanks a lot.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Me too. All right, here's what I want to talk about today. Working in an office. I don't think we've talked about that on the show yet. Anybody remember? I didn't think so. Okay, so here's what made me think about it. What if you're a neat freak and then you're forced to share an office with someone who's a pig? You know what I mean, Francis. Come on. This is the term. My life is far from ordinary. That's why my card is American Express.
Introducing the all-new Mitsubishi Outlander. Out everything. Everything.
I was walking down the street. I saw a poster.
It's down to the top 10. The 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Only 2 episodes are left. Old building goes off. Which moment will be the greatest? Let's rock. This January, the next 5 will be revealed. Every story, every moment. This was buzzing. Every episode counts. Don't miss an all-new 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Coming this January, only on MSG.
We're back on Heineken at the half. The Knicks playing hard, they're playing effective, and they're playing like a team. Shooting 62%. Only problem is they only have a 1-point lead. Halftime scorers, let's talk about Eddie Curry. 21 points on 8 of 9 shooting, but only 1 rebound. Stephon Marbury, solid. 19 points, a few assists. David Lee doing it again. He gave the Knicks 8 points and 5 rebounds off the bench. Ronaldo Bachman also very effective. Meanwhile, the Detroit Pistons, Rip Hamilton, 19 points. Chauncey Billups, 10. After that, it's single digits the rest of the way. Tayshaun Prince, pretty quiet so far. That could be a dangerous sign for the Knicks. He only has 8. While Clyde Frazier and I will break down the highlights as we continue from Madison Square Garden. This Heineken at the half.
Are you planning to come back? No, I'm with a new team, Hip Health Plan, a New York team.
So am I. My family's been with HIP for years. I swear by their wellness programs. How about a little one-on-one?
HIP continues to grow its network of physicians and providers affiliated with the area's top hospitals. Hey, I'm glad you're on my team, the HIP team. For more information, call 1-800-HIP today or visit our website at hipusa.com.
That's HIP. Hi, everybody. I'm Boomer Esiason. Happy holidays. And tonight on our Christmas special, we'll talk with Hall of Famers Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach along with Joe Theismann and Sweet Lou Piniella. That's tonight right here on MSG.
Wait till you hear what Mercury Mountaineer is doing now.
Mountaineers got what you're wishing for during the Lincoln Mercury Wish List event, like the most standard safety features in its class. No charge maintenance. And your security deposit is waived. Plus, you get the confidence of all-wheel drive. And right now, lease the 2007 Mercury Mountaineer for just $329 a month. Hurry in to the Wish List event at your Tri-State Lincoln Mercury dealer.
This is really nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check outside.
Oh, this hotel sure is peaceful.
Wow. Don't book the right room in the wrong place. Send in the experts at Hotels.com. With their advanced mapping technology, finding the perfect hotel and the perfect location is now easier than ever. So log on or call now.
Hold the door.
Hotels.com. We know hotels inside and out.
It's a great win for the Knicks tonight. We're
going to put on the best show we can.
They look good tonight. Lundqvist was unreal.
And outside the Garden for the Latin Grammy Awards.
We live through the music.
It was phenomenal.
It's the greatest show on earth.
He's been a big weapon on third down for the Giants. We're happy we could execute. This time we were ready.
Can't be hotter than Bainbridge.
I told you. I'd like to fight up hot.
Get into the heart of it all. MSGNY, presented by ChevyOffers.com. Tonight, only on MSG.
We're back on Heineken at the half. The Knicks 61, the Pistons 60. Al Troutwig, Walt Clyde Frazier, and Clyde. I thought Isaiah Thomas had one of his finer moments, calling the 22nd timeout with 3 ticks of the clock to go, and then designing a play that worked to perfection.
Yeah, battle of wit between the coaches. Hamilton had scored along the baseline after a timeout by the Pistons, and then the Knicks retaliated to end the quarter.
No problem finding highlights in that first half, and they're brought to you by Heineken. It's all about the beer. Eddie Curry, 8 of 9 for 21.
Yeah, omnipotence of Curry. Overwhelming the Pistons in the paint. They had no answer for him. Curry very elusive, and his agility, I think, was astounding the Pistons. So this man, 6'11", 285, dominated the interior. And Jamal Crawford goes some magnificent passing by Jamal. Watch this dazzler here to lead. So Crawford had a 7 assists. The season high has been 9, and it was infectious. Stephon also getting into the act with a no-look pass as well. But the Pistons, the best in the Eastern Conference right now, they remain resilient. So at one point, the Knicks were up by 10, but the Pistons came raging back. So Hamilton, the chief galvanizer because of the curl play. So right now, it's a very determined game. So I think the Knicks have minimized their turnovers, Al, also tighten up their defense, and that's why they are in this game.
You know, Clyde, if the Knicks played at this level of intensity and commitment for an extended period of time, some really good things would happen to this team.
Right, there are a lot of pieces as well to focus on. Right now, Curry and Stephon has carried the load, but they have to get other Knicks involved for the second half.
We'll take a break and get set for that second half. High-scoring game so far. 61-60, the Knicks by 1. This concludes Heineken at the half.
You've been watching the Heineken at the Half Halftime Report. Heineken, it's all about the beer.
When you don't know what the weather is going to do, it's good to know what your car can do. The Audi Quattro Winter Event. Get exceptional values on select Audi models. Each available with race-proven and weather-proven Quattro all-wheel drive. Test drive the Audi A4 Sports Sedan at your local Audi dealer today.
What you thinking about, honey?
Butterflies. What are you thinking about, Daddy?
I'm thinking about butterflies, too.
But, Daddy, aren't you worried about protecting your company and employees in the changing global economy? Are you tapped into the right capital markets expertise to help manage your institutional assets? What about life insurance, college, retirement? You need a smart financial plan, you know.
We're with AIG, honey. So I'm just thinking about butterflies.
Oh.
The AIG companies, the strength to be there.
It only happens once a year. The Hyundai Challenge year-end sales event with big cash back. Your best opportunity to save more than ever on more models than ever. All with America's best warranty. Like the fuel-efficient Tucson, ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. Take the Hyundai Challenge and take big cash back. But don't take your time. Event ends January 2nd. Lease a new Hyundai Tucson for just $229 a month at your local Hyundai dealer.
Thursday on MSG, our college hoops tradition returns to the Garden. It's opening night of the Aeropostale Holiday Festival. Check out Hofstra versus St. Joe's, followed by St. John's and Boston University. Live coverage begins at 6:30 Thursday night on MSG.
The New York Knicks on MSG are brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Call Geico at 1-800-947-AUTO or visit them at geico.com. By Panasonic, ideas for life. By Adidas. Adidas introduces bounce cushioning with the Mega Bounce Plus. Lighter and bouncier than ever. For more info, check out adidas.com/running. And by Lexus. Find some of the best values at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Now through January 2nd. Set we are for the second half. Knicks have a 1-point lead in a high-scoring game. Back to Mike and Clyde.
Didn't expect 61-60 out, and didn't expect the Knicks to shoot 62% from the field in the first half, but that was the case. Clyde, what to you impressed you the most about the Knicks' first half?
The teamwork, and right there you see it again on the defense this time.
Nazr Muhammad, nice move from Muhammad. He only played 6 minutes in the first half, and he's now 2 for 2 from the field.
He got 2 quick fouls, was relegated to the bench, and off to a good start now with that hoop.
And a defensive 3 seconds. So a technical foul, 1 shot for the Knicks, and some of the numbers from the first half. Again, the 62%, and look at the points in the paint, Clyde.
Yep, Curry, the perpetrator there. And our keys were turnovers, and the Knicks minimized their turnovers. No threes, please. Pistons did not hurt them from downtown, and their defense was superb.
So the technical free throw is good.
A lot of technicals in the game tonight.
Isaiah Thomas received one, arguing what turned out to be the right call by the official. Marbury. That's good. Stephon Marbury, another 3. Marbury shooting the ball extremely well. He's 3 for 6 from downtown. And he's got 22 points.
He's doing it against Billups, who's trying to get on his case, but in vain. Steph right there with the steal. Forced the turnover.
And the Knicks will get it back.
Yeah, knocked it off of Hamilton.
So that last trip down the court, a 4-point possession for the Knicks.
Watch the tenacity on the D by Steph. Hamilton not aware that he's there. Bangs it right off his leg, so the Knicks have it.
You know, Clyde, we have been critical of Marbury and his lack of defense since he's been here in New York at times, but he has in the past several weeks really made an effort and has played some good solid defense.
His total game is coming around now. Steph.
Fry misses. Muhammad the rebound.
Prince, let's see if Prince can get going. He's been silent here. Muhammad wants it.
Prince has Marbury on him. Kicks it out. Hamilton left open for 3. It's good.
Or he's got a touch, the Midas touch, right in front of the Knick bench.
But again, Hamilton this year not shooting the 3 as well as last year when he led the league. This year he's at 32%. Curry had the big first half. Hit his first 8 shots from the field. There's the double. And effectively deflected by Prince.
Curry held it too long. Low trajectory on the pass.
Muhammad, left hand. Nazr Muhammad, 3 for 3 from the field. Muhammad just getting comfortable playing with his team. Clyde, you got to figure, you come to a team with Prince and Rasheed Wallace and Billups and Hamilton, you're replacing a Ben Wallace. That's got to be, even for a veteran, that's got to be intimidating. As Fry gets in and gets the roll. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think the only thing that mitigated it for Muhammad was that he came from San Antonio, where he was also with some awe-inspiring players there.
Probably intimidated by that. Those two teams, if you come in as, you know, as another wheel or spoke in their wheel as Hamilton draws the foul, I mean, that they play at such a high level. The Pistons have played at such a high level the past couple of years, as the Spurs, that I would assume as a player you're afraid to make mistakes or just have to be a little nervous. Muhammad is such an easygoing, likable fellow. He is fit in nicely personality-wise and starting to get there basketball-wise.
Well, with the Spurs, what Muhammad, I talked to him, what he was impressed with was Tim Duncan. He goes, Clyde, I can't believe this guy's work ethic. He's the first guy to practice. He's the last to leave. You know, he's with the coach. So when you see that from the best player on the team, man, it becomes contagious for the other players. So I'm sure he's found the same thing with Billups here and Hamilton. Those types of players also have that tenacious work ethic.
Well, we've seen a lot of strong individual performances. Hamilton 24, Marbury 22, Curry 21. Nearly stolen. Crawford. Fry with the short jumper. And Channing Frye 3 for 5 from the field. This has been all about offense this game. Knicks shooting 63%.
The D has been good, but the offense is just prevailing right now. Look for that to change.
Rushed it. Channing or Jeffries the rebound. Jeffries, bad pass.
Trying to do something out of his element. Isaiah, always unflappable. Well, we see him erupting tonight.
It was so unflappable. He got an Eli Rose face in the first half, picking up the technical.
You'll be unflappable now. Another technical, and he'll have to leave this game.
Bad pass from Wallace, but a foul call. Joe Forte making the call. Jeffries picks up his fourth.
Yeah, he was hugging Prince that time and keeping his way.
And it wasn't a holiday hug. As Lee will come back in, Jeffries sits down. Jeffries in foul trouble a portion of the night.
And I think that's pretty much is going to predict who plays, how much they play, Mike, is their defense.
Billups bottoms down a three. Chauncey Billups puts the Pistons up by 3.
Early on, we said no threes, please. But early here in the third quarter, the Pistons have come up with 2 threes.
They're 5 of 8 from downtown for the game. Fry, smart play from Fry, drawing the foul on Rasheed Wallace, who picks up his third and, as you would expect, argues the call.
We haven't heard much from Sheed tonight. Oh, yeah, clinging to Fry as he goes to the line.
Wallace leads the NBA in technicals with 8. And of course, he has checked out his 9. He's got 9 now. Our American Express top of the board. He's first. Tyson Chandler. Brevin Knight, who's actually a real gentleman. Obviously not all the time with officials.
What would Dirk have to complain about?
By the way, Rasheed Wallace, he has the NBA record with 41. That was back in the 2000-2001 season with Portland. He was ejected 7 times.
It was just ghastly working games that he played in.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so disruptive what he was doing on the court.
And he travels and obviously complains. Crowd wants him to tee up. He's doing it the right way.
That's why Joe Dumars took a big gamble in bringing Sheed to the Pistons at that time. It wasn't one of those scenarios where you think, well, this is going to work out right away, because of his propensity for technicals and disrupting the play on the court.
Well, now the rule, the technicals with each 5, it goes up and how much. Plus, you can get suspended after a certain amount. David Lee, the rebound, his 6th. Starting at the 16th technical of the year, you're suspended a game. Marbury won't go with a foul. Marbury having a strong game. And he'll shoot 2.
And that time duping Prince into the foul. So watch how Steph uses his body once he penetrates. Now look for the contact right there, going right into Prince to send him to the line. Shrewd, clever, slick tonight, Stephon.
Marbury now 6 for 6 from the line. The way it is now in the NBA with technicals, first 5 technicals that you have in a year, $1,000. From 6 through 10, it's $1,500. Then from 11 through 15, it's $2,000. 16 and up, $2,500 per technical. And you get suspended 1 game for your 16th, your 18th, your 20th, and every other one from then on in. That would, of course, the year he had 41, he'd have been suspended quite a bit, cost him a fortune. Rasheed Wallace way off the mark. David Lee, another rebound.
They had that when I played. I would have been a mute. I would have never opened my mouth.
Marbury inside, backs it in beautifully. 25 points for Stephon Marbury, and the Knicks back up by 2.
And Rasheed Wallace, he was worried about his poor shot and what's going on that time, did not assert himself on the G. Trying to get Prince involved. He's been silent.
Shot clock winding down. Here's the help defense from Curry. And a defensive 3 seconds called against the Knicks. It's against Curry. Now watch Marbury shooting free throws. There you see Joe Forte pulling him back. That's the new rule this year on lane violations. Those who are not along the lane have to be above the free throw line extended. Remember, you used to see, Clyde, some guys would be in the corner behind the 3-point line and then run in on the missed free throw or the free throw attempt. And Forte, as the players try and learn it, letting them know, pushing them back.
Like we say, most of these rules evolve from abuse.
Good defense from Marbury, forcing Hamilton to push it out. 5 on the shot clock. Prince, and a travel. He got pushed. He's in Eli Rose's face, and here's a technical on Prince. He better be careful. He'll get a second one. But Prince looked like he had a legitimate beef. I think David Lee did push him.
It must be a full moon tonight. The natives are restless.
Let's watch the play. And it's tough to tell on that angle. It didn't look like much of a push there from where we sit by half court, it appeared. Crawford hits a technical free throw. Pistons a bit ornery tonight, as were the Knicks in the first half.
Foul on Lee should be his hand on it. Whoa, there, right there.
Yeah, see, that was a little shove. Eli Rowe hearing it. Rowe, again, only his second year. Rasheed Wallace continues to talk to him. Fry puts it up, puts it in. Channing Fry gives the Knicks a 4-point lead. This is a very entertaining game from even some of the side stuff. And a timeout called by Detroit. Prince not happy. Got hit with a technical. We're almost at the midway point of the third. Knicks by 4.
Welcome to my casa. It's your boy D-Can. Here's my foyer. This is my game room. This right here's my new suede couch. To the pool, baby. These are my ladies. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Hey, man, who are you?
Steve.
You part of the crew?
No, I'm just here for the Bud Light.
Who gave you that? Wednesday, did you give him that?
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Yeah, this is where I spend most of my... Man, put down my papaya!
While other airlines are taking things away, Continental still offers things like pillows, blankets, and meals at mealtime. In other words, everything you should expect from an airline. Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right.
Knicks basketball brought to you by Budweiser, who thanks you for being a designated driver. Fans can find out how you can meet your favorite Knick and get a free Knicks jersey t-shirt of your favorite player. Knicks player plans are on sale now for a limited time. Information, visit nyknicks.com.
Yeah, check out the Walt Frazier plan.
You getting a little part of the proceedings there?
That's right. Yeah. Give him an autograph, sure.
I should tell people how when kids come up, and you get it so often, kids come up and ask for your autograph, you're so good to them, and then most of the time you'll say, that'll be $5, kid, and you see the look on the kid's face until you start laughing and let them know it's okay. As Muhammad banks it in.
Or I'll say, why are you laughing? One time I did that, a kid goes, I got 2.
The relief on their face when they finally realize that you're not serious. Crawford for 3. That's good. Jamal Crawford, only his second field goal, but he has 9 assists, and the Knicks up by 5.
Timely hooping now by the Knicks. Previously Fry, this time Crawford.
Both teams shooting well from downtown. Knicks 4 of 8. Pistons 5 of 8. Make it 5 of 9 as Curry the rebound.
Wallace's night of purgatory continues.
Now the Knicks outside shot clock been hitting, but they do need to get back to Curry, who got them started. Knicks shooting 64% from the field. Fry won't go. David Lee battling, but taken by Muhammad. Billups. Muhammad hesitates and knocks it down. Nazir Muhammad having a big third quarter.
Obviously Muhammad with some motivation here, former Knick, and he's trying to seek revenge now.
8 of his 10 points here in the period. They're looking to double Curry. Here it comes. Curry gets it out to Crawford. Crawford for 3. Won't go. 3-point Knick lead. Just under 4.5 remaining in the third.
Pistons in their element now, the half-court game.
Prince has been quiet, just 2 of 6 from the field.
Shaking Fry.
And Marbury the rebound. Marbury having a terrific all-around game. Both ends of the floor, drives to the basket, inside for Fry. Fry banks it in. Rasheed Wallace arguing in another call, claiming Marbury traveled with it. Five-point Knick lead. And a foul. It's going to go against Marbury, impeding the progress of Hamilton trying to cut through. So Marbury picks up his second foul.
Let's take a look at Steph's grandeur in this game. Good boxing out to come up with the rebound. And hell-bent to the hoop. And right there, dishes to Fry. It looked like he was fouled. There was contact, no foul call. But then Steph charged with the foul. Sheed goes to the bench. Pistons have it.
Antonio McDyess comes in for Wallace. Yeah, Hamilton lifted his pivot foot. Puts it in, and a foul. He got away with one there. And it appeared he lifted the pivot foot.
Nice posting and toasting by Hamilton. So Hamilton 6'7", Stephon 6'2". And right there, 10 feet away.
Oh, yeah.
And switches it through.
That's the one they've been very good at calling this year. Boy, Hamilton having a terrific game as well. 27 points for Hamilton, 25 for Marbury. You hear the Pistons doing a lot of talking right now on defense. Marbury wants to get it to Curry, reestablish Curry. Curry with a rare jumper. Only his second miss tonight. He's 8 of 10.
Because he's not getting the ball. He's getting overzealous. They've got to get him the ball on the low post.
Hamilton again inside. Beautiful move. Probably moves without the ball as well as anybody in the NBA right now. And we're tied again at 82.
And also improving his creativity off the dribble is Hamilton. Normally wasn't a threat there, just on the curl, but that time you saw the agility off the dribbles.
This is a high-scoring game. Crawford Bad shot from Crawford, and then a bad pass from Muhammad, stolen by Marbury.
Omnipresent Stephon tonight.
Marbury inside David Lee. Lee hammered, and he'll go to line for two. And we'll have a timeout.
And they cannot deny the forays of Stephon right now. So he's been penetrating, creating, this time for Lee.
You're watching MSG. Here's what's coming up after the game. All tonight, only on MSG.
Brendan Shanahan has one of the deadliest shots in the league. To demonstrate his accuracy, he's going to shoot an apple off my head. Ready when you are, Brendan. Oh. Oh. You missed the apple.
What apple?
No more little Grangers.
Stephon Marbury having a superb all-around game for the Knicks. He's part of our New York Lottery New York matchup. Chauncey Billups, 14 points, 3 assists. Usual solid game for Billups, but Marbury, 25 points, 6 assists, only 1 turnover. As Marbury's been able to get into the paint at will. Meanwhile, the Knicks and Pistons tied at 82 with just over 2.5 remaining. These two are good buddies, although Billups is good buddies with pretty much anybody. They call him the mayor because he knows so many people throughout the league. Again, he played for 6 different teams, and he's just a very friendly type. That when he's on a team, he's got a lot of best friends, and you watch him before any game the Pistons play. He spends half his time in the warm-ups greeting the players on the other team hello.
One of the few players I know from Denver, native of Denver, Colorado, turned pro. Normally associate those players with football.
You know, one of the reasons that he's so friendly is he appreciates one time. He tells a story early in his career. He played against Miami and Tim Hardaway, and Hardaway absolutely torched him. And Billups' confidence was a little down, but after the game, Hardaway asked to see him. And he went over to him and he said, hey, I like your game. You're a good young player. Just hang in there. Keep plugging away. You're going to be good in this league. And he said he really appreciated that because his confidence was a little shaky at the time. Hamilton draws the foul. And Steve Francis the foul.
We talk about Stephon penetrating into the paint. Now they can't deny Hamilton. So that time coming off the curl and diagonally to the paint to draw the foul.
Rip Hamilton, who won a national title at UConn. That was back in '99 when he played for Jim Calhoun, and then won an NBA title with the Pistons in 2004.
He's one of the good guys, Mike. Does a lot of things off the court to help the needy, especially in his hometown in Pennsylvania. I saw a feature on him once there. Always goes there and talks to the kids, encourages them.
And he has 30 points now. He's perfect from the free throw line. He's very cognizant of his hometown. Coatesville is the name of the town in Pennsylvania. Goes back there, does a lot of stuff for them.
Now Hamilton with a season high 31.
12 of them here in this period.
See if Stephon can match his prowess.
Francis, and no, it's going to stay down this end. A foul called against Muhammad. So 3 fouls on Muhammad. Didn't see where that was. It was somewhere off the ball.
Wherever Curry goes, there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on. And Muhammad is guarding Curry right now.
Just over 2 minutes remaining here in the third.
See, they clear out for Curry. Steph comes up, and he should clear out.
Curry with 5 on the shot clock. Makes his move and drops it in. Eddie Curry now with 23. And for Curry, that's his first field goal of the third quarter.
And he has to show that type of resolve every time.
Hamilton inside. And Marbury got burned. Good pass inside for Billups. 33 now for Hamilton. Fry. And Curry trying to keep it alive, and a foul is going to go against Detroit. And a little hustle play from Curry draws that foul. So Hamilton picks up his first, and now the Pistons in the penalty.
Which they've been most of the game, but this time only 1:28 remaining in the quarter.
Which is unusual for them, Clyde. They're third in the NBA in fouls, and what I mean by that is by fewest amount of fouls.
And conversely, the Knicks lead the league in personal fouls, so almost every quarter they're in the penalty, but not tonight.
Fry will sit down. Fry, 12 points. He's been in foul trouble a good part of the night.
Curry's erratic shooting is back. Make one, miss one, make one.
Bucks to the rim. Game tied at 86, just under a minute and a half remaining here in the third. Both teams shooting well. 59% for the Knicks, 54% for the Pistons. Hamilton again. Rip Hamilton. 16 points in the period, 35 for the game. Again, they go back to Curry.
See, Stephon should clear through.
Bad pass. You could see that coming a mile away. Smart foul by Francis to prevent the fast break.
Well, it's a moot point because the Pistons are the Knicks in the penalty. That time Stephon has to clear through, and that's take his man out of the action. He's the guy that's clogging up everything for Curry.
Though Isaiah Thomas was hollering at Francis about something on that play after they came down. Francis's second foul.
Delfino was splendid in the first half. Came off the bench and made some big hoops. Came up with a couple of steals. Now looking for 2 from the line.
Delfino just 24 years old. This is his third year in the league. Every year they've expected him to take the next step. He's had good solid improvement. Played pro ball in Italy for 4 years. And tonight he's got 8 points and a rebound.
Oops,
missed it, but McDyess there knocked out of his hands by Curry. And Lee gets knocked to the ground. So Knicks down by 3 with 55.6 seconds remaining here in the third.
Both teams have shown uncanny resolve. They've asked no quarter they've given keeping this game close.
Marbury. Slow pass out. And ball deflected by the Pistons.
I thought it went off of Lee, but they say no.
Joe Forte is going to check with his fellow officials. They say no, didn't see anything different.
That's what I like about the officials. They are not too proud to check, but change their call.
Marbury blocked by Billups. Good defensive play from Chauncey Billups.
Alley-oop.
Hamilton gets inside, flips up a wild shot, won't go, and a loose ball foul is going to go against Dale Davis. And the Pistons in the penalty, so Curry will shoot.
Good recovery that time by the Knicks on the alley-oop, especially David Lee making Rip force that shot up, and then the foul to send the Knicks to the line. Good job by Lee coming over to help out.
So there's Curry's numbers. Again, 21 of them came in the first half. You know, we talked about his friendship with Quentin Richardson from back when they were kids. And Richardson was talking about him the other day. Richardson, by the way, just had an MRI on his back. No structural damage. He's day to day. But he said that Curry's starting to want to be that good. And that might sound like a simple thing to say, but for Curry, it always seemed like he was content with just going out there and playing, and sometimes he'd have good games and sometimes he wouldn't. But Richardson sees a little bit more drive in him, that he wants to be considered a good player. And that's the first time he's, in all these years, that he's seen that from him.
And also his teammates are encouraging him now. Not reluctant to feature Eddie early on, as we saw in the first half. And that gives you confidence, Mike, when your teammates believe in you and your coach believe in you. Confidence soars in that scenario.
Well, Curry, by the way, 8 of 10 from the free throw line, Clyde. Shot clock winding down. Phillips won't go. Curry the rebound. Final seconds. Stolen by Rasheed Wallace, and that will not count. And that ends the third quarter. This is a high-scoring affair with the Knicks and the Pistons. Fourth quarter coming up here at Madison Square Garden. Rip Hamilton having a big game for the Pistons. Stephon Marbury and Eddie Curry for the Knicks. It's a one-point game. Knicks trail as we head to the fourth.
Hey, want a Bud Light?
Yeah.
Whoa, rubber floors. Just had them installed. Now we'll never break a Bud Light. Oh, nice. Remote.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Hi.
Too much bounce. Maybe.
And everywhere I go, there's always something to remind me of another place and time.
We're challenging Honda and Toyota head-on at the Hyundai Challenge Year-End Sales Event. Only Hyundai has a lineup that gives you better fuel efficiency, a better warranty, and better year-end savings on models like the award-winning Sonata. And right now you can lease a 2007 Sonata for just $199 a month. That's just $199 a month for the stylish Hyundai Sonata. We're up to the challenge. You have to hurry. Lease a new Hyundai Sonata for just $199 a month at your local Hyundai dealer.
Hi, I'm Henry Clarkwood, goalkeeper, New York Rangers. I wish you all a happy holiday.
New York Knicks basketball brought to you in part by Oppenheimer Funds, the right way to invest. By HIP Health Plan of New York, now that's hip. And by Land Rover. Experience the highly advanced Land Rover LR3 at LandRoverUSA.com. The Knicks City Dancers here at the Garden, as the Knicks fans have been entertained by some pretty good basketball. Knicks trailing by one, 89-88, with a whole quarter to go. Clyde, now has it been good offense by both teams or poor defense?
No, I thought the defense has been splendid, but the offense has been very effective. But look for fatigue to be a factor here, especially for the Pistons, who played last night.
Pistons beating the Nets by a point last night in Auburn Hills. Knicks have been off since Saturday. Will Blaylock back in the game, and he's guarding Marbury. 7 on the shot clock. Francis draws the foul, throws up a wild shot. And he'll shoot a couple. Hamilton is second. Excuse me, Clyde.
Pistons D has been porous. We've seen Stephon relentlessly going into the paint. This time Francis lead the league in free throw accuracy, folks, 93%.
Obviously he hasn't been to the line much recently with being out, but he still has enough attempts to be placed amongst the league leaders. So for the season, after hitting that one, he's now 85 for 91. That's pretty good.
Yep.
And nails them both. And it's funny, Clyde, they're line drive shots.
Which you don't want to do. Because you don't get a fortuitous bounce when you shoot them on the B line.
Knicks back in the zone. Hamilton Not that time. Marbury with his 4th rebound.
Figure Hamilton has to cool off sooner or later.
Francis will try a 3. In and out. Crawford getting an extended rest. Here's Blaylock, the 2nd-round pick, with a good drive.
Nice little move by the neophyte.
That's still one of my favorite expressions of yours.
See if Steph can take him to school. Curry does.
And Marbury not that time. Knicks now again start off the quarter with some outside shots. Blaylock kicks it out. Delfino easily to the basket, blocked by Bachman. His 2nd rejection of the game.
And that's what we were alluding to, Mike. The defense has been aggressive. There's just been some marvelous offensive plays, but not this time. Watch the persistence of Bachman. Right there with the rejection. The Pistons have it there.
Knicks at the bottom of the league in terms of blocked shots.
Yeah, only 3.5 a game for the Knicks.
Pistons, meanwhile, are the 3rd best, but they only have 2 tonight. Marbury and Curry sitting right now. Crawford and Jeffries back in.
They're trying to get Prince involved.
Oh, nice move from Prince. And he gets hammered by Bachman.
A little razzle-dazzle that time by the 6'9" Prince. Watching spinning baseline. And there's the foul.
2 fouls on Bachman. And Prince.
The 3rd leading scorer with 15 a game. He struggled tonight.
Prince played his college ball at Kentucky as Eddie Curry comes back in the game. You look last year during the regular season. Prince led the team in scoring 5 times during the whole year. In the playoffs, he led them in scoring 5 times. He is a player that, come postseason time, he lifts his game up at both ends of the floor. He's a clutch player. Still hasn't missed a game in his career. Very durable. Quiet, unassuming. Just a terrific 2-way player. Francis right back again to Curry. Curry inside. Banks it in. The repost. And Francis goes right back to the big man who's got 28.
Early on, Curry would be too anxious to get to the hoop, so he never reposted. But now you see the metamorphosis of this man.
Wallace for 3. Way off the mark. McDice with the tip-in comes flying in.
Rising majestically was Dice. That's the way he used to play, folks, above the rim, as we were alluding to before his knee woes.
7 points for McDice, who's now guarding Curry down the other end.
Doing a good job now fronting Eddie.
Curry gets hammered. Crawford spotted the opening. Those two have terrific communication with their eyes. And Curry back to the line where he's been successful tonight.
Curry has good hands. He rarely bobbles the ball. Watch, he's very sure-handed once he gets it up there. And watch Dice, folks, 6'9", rising above Curry to tip it in.
You know, you can tell that Curry's improved on his free throw shooting, at least for tonight, I should say, because he's been struggling all season. You see how mad he's getting when he misses one?
Right, showing emotion at the line.
Lee sits down.
Pistons buying time now with their 2 top guns on the bench.
And Curry now 9 for 12 from the line. He's got 29 points.
Hamilton and Phillips getting the big rest over there.
Knicks stay in the zone. They trail by 1. McDice. Delfino. Good open look for Delfino. Nails the 3. And the Knicks are down by 4.
But he has been magnificent tonight.
Pistons 5 of 10 from downtown. There's the double on Curry. And Prince with those long arms. Crawford. It's good. Jamal Crawford from downtown. And the Knicks back within 1. Crawford just his 3rd field goal. He has 10 points but 9 assists. Chance of defense. Blaylock, he's quick. McDice the open jumper. Won't go. Prince the offensive rebound.
Dice is open. Passes him up.
Delfino with shot clock at 8. Prince likes a 3 and can't get it to fall. Another offensive rebound.
Wallace pushed off. The crowd wanted a foul. His arms were on the shoulder of Curry.
Knicks down by 1. Still plenty of time. Still early here in the 4th. Rasheed Wallace against Jared Jeffries. Backs in. Tough turnaround shot. Bounces around. Whoa! Tipped in again by McDyess.
Curry must get a body on this man.
McDyess now with 9 points, 5 rebounds. Crawford, the crossover. Gets inside. And they call it offensive foul. And I don't know about that one, Clyde.
Yep. Looked like Prince was still moving when Jamal was going to the hoop.
Crawford picks up his 4th. Let's take a look. As a timeout. Oh, you know, Clyde, on second look, I think he got there.
Hey, how's everybody doing today? Me too. All right, here's what I want to talk about today. Working in an office. I don't think we've talked about that on the show yet. Anybody remember? I didn't think so. Okay, so here's what made me think about it. What if you're a neat freak and then you're forced to share an office with someone who's a pig? You know what I mean, Francis. Come on. It's just a term. My life is far from ordinary. That's why my card is American Express.
Remember when everything you wanted, you got? Remember when wishes came true? Remember how it feels all over again. Introducing the BMW Holiday Wish Event, the best time of year to buy the new 2007 X3 sports activity vehicle. Lease a 2007 BMW X3 for $349 a month until January 2nd, and we'll make a contribution to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Hi, everybody. I'm Boomer Esiason. Happy holidays. And tonight on our Christmas special, we'll talk with Hall of Famers Troy Aikman and Roger Staubach, along with Joe Theismann and Sweet Lou Piniella. That's tonight right here on MSG.
Thursday on MSG, a college hoops tradition returns to the Garden. It's opening night of the Aeropostale Holiday Festival. Check out Hofstra versus St. Joe's, followed by St. John's and Boston University. Live coverage begins at 6:30 Thursday night on MSG.
Stay tuned after the game. MSG NY presented by ChevyOffers.com. Highlights and reaction from this game. Plus, Jesse Palmer in the studio talking about the Jets and the Giants. Jason Horowitz, your host tonight. And it's coming up after Knicks basketball. Right now, the Knicks down by 3. With just over 4 minutes gone by here in the 4th. It has been an entertaining game, mostly offensive-oriented. And I think, Clyde, the team that's going to get some stops here is going to be team that puts a little more effort defensively in.
Right now is noteworthy for the Pistons as their 2 top guns are resting on the bench. Hamilton and Phillips, and the Pistons continue to prosper.
Wallace, the quick shot. That's good. Wallace makes it a 5-point game. And for the Pistons, this is their largest lead of the game. Knicks led by 11 in the first half, but it's been close throughout. Fry knocks it down. Channing Frye.
Wallace not guarding him, leaving him uncontested. That time 20 feet away.
14 points for Fry.
This is very deliberate, using a lot of shot clock in the half court.
The bench has helped the Pistons tonight, and Prince can't hit. Wallace, the offensive rebound, tried to throw it back up. Oh, McDyess tried to slam it down. It was too far away. Crawford to Marbury. Marbury to the basket. It's good. And a foul. Stephon Marbury with a chance to tie the game.
And McDyess, too flamboyant. He had been tipping in balls. Should have tipped the last one in. And Stephon wheeling and dealing and thrilling this Garden crowd as he goes to the line to shoot one.
27 points for Marbury. And the Knicks back within a point. That last assist goes to Jamal Crawford. Crawford with 10 assists, and hard to believe, Clyde, first time this season Nick had double figures in assists.
Yep. And now Phillips and Hamilton are back to try to stop this Knick run. Ooh, Steph.
Marbury misses. Brian manned himself. He didn't go in for it after the ball was batted around.
Stefan's down to 71% now from the line.
Phillips can't hit. David Lee, big rebound in traffic. That's his 8th board.
Knicks a lot of pep in their step right now.
Crawford to Fry. Fry.
No.
And Rasheed Wallace grabs his 6th rebound.
See Fry kind of aiming that one.
Fry is 6 of 12 from the field.
Hamilton looking to post.
Marbury pushes him out a little bit.
Hamilton further than he wanted to be.
And Hamilton gets in. Boy, he is just superb. What an offensive player he's become, Clyde, and what a game tonight.
Yeah, he's shown a nice repertoire tonight. That time posting and toasting. He's had the 3-point shot and dribble penetration as well tonight.
37 points a season high for him. Marbury hammered as he goes to the basket. And we'll have a timeout.
Phillips cannot contain Steph right now. Hamilton, watch the manipulation. And from 8 feet away, the jumper.
Hi, I'm Nelly Furtado, and I want to wish everybody watching a really, really, really happy holiday and a great new year.
Come on, a piñata.
Just beat that mule.
Okay. Hey, it's Bud Light. It's a Bud Light piñata!
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Here.
It's a Bud Light cake!
Yeah.
5:42 remaining here in the 4th of the guard. Knicks down by 3. Despite shooting 58% from the field, Curry and Marbury, big games for the Knicks. Rip Hamilton 37. You see it's been a close game throughout. A big number though, Clyde. 15 offensive rebounds for the Detroit Pistons.
Yeah, yep. And the Knicks entered the game #1 in total rebounds. And that has kept the Pistons close. Actually have them up. But Stefan continues to penetrate at will. So he drew the foul now at the line.
2 free throws from Marbury. Marbury's played 36 minutes. All but 6 of the minutes tonight so far. And he remains now 28 elite. No, not the Knicks leading scorer. Curry is 29. Marbury 2 for 2. Knicks as a team 27 of 37. That's 73% from the line. 1-point game.
Hamilton always the featured player in this scenario. There he comes on the curl.
Now look, a 3-2 zone with Fry up top. Kind of like what Detroit's doing with Prince at the top. Ball stolen by David Lee. Marbury looking for an opening. Prince on him. Marbury drives, spins, got hit in the face, and still puts it in. Stephon Marbury with 31, tying a season high.
A swirling dervish that time with Steph. Prince all over him like a cheap suit, but to no avail.
The Knicks back up by 1. And you have Fry with the long arms up top in that zone.
The crowd a factor now. They want some D.
Phillips misfires, rebound, McDyess again, and a putback. Boy, Antonio McDice just a monster on the offensive boards.
Like a man possessed tonight is Dice.
That's his 6th offensive rebound.
What can they do with Steph?
Marbury way off the mark. Not a good shot.
Adrenaline shot for Steph. Thought he had it going.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in the 4th. Knicks would love this one against the team with the best record in the East before they head out west. McDice inside. They're going to count the goaltend on Jeffries.
And this is the best we've seen Dice in a long time. Showing no ill effects of those gimpy knees now. McDice dominating the action.
Isaiah Thomas wants a timeout.
That time a quick spin move along the baseline by Dice. And the finger roll. There's the goaltend.
It's the most magical time of the year. Experience advanced performance and technology at Acura's Drive Home for the Holidays sales opportunity. Take advantage of attractive lease rates on all 2007 Acura models for well-qualified customers.
Go get it, boy. Good boy. Come here, boy. Oh, it's a good boy. Good boy.
Your turn, Simmons. Simmons.
Good boy.
Your turn.
When flying internationally, it's better to arrive well rested. Fly Continental's Business First, rated #1 international business class.
You have great hair.
Continental Airlines. Work hard, fly right.
It's the New York Knicks Groove Truck presented by Snapple Iced Tea. We're cruising to your neighborhood. Let us bring the Knicks experience to you. You can shoot some hoops, play some Xbox, and hang with your friends. So bring the Knicks Groove Truck and Snapple to your next event. Go to nyknicks.com or call 877-NYK-DUNK to book a private or community Groove Truck appearance. Players not included.
Tonight at 11, catch a 1-hour replay of tonight's Knicks-Pistons game featuring all the best action on Knicks and 60 here on MSG. Although this game has potential for overtime, we might go up till 11, Clyde. Meanwhile, Stephon Marbury, a terrific game. The Knicks Oppenheimer Team Contributor Award goes to Marbury. Oppenheimer funds the right way to invest. A season high tying 31 points, 7 assists, and just 1 turnover for Marbury.
But he's been a juggernaut off the dribble. Pistons cannot deny his forays into the paint. Let's see if it continues.
Curry back in for the Knicks with Jeffries, Crawford, Lee, and Marbury. Single coverage this time. There's the double. Ooh, dangerous pass. Marbury, way short. Tipped by Curry in the offensive rebound. Back out to Crawford. Crawford inside the lead. Blocked by McDice. Lee gets it back. Knocked away, and a foul called on Rasheed Wallace. McDice with a terrific play, but Lee stayed with it, and he'll go to the line for 2.
McDice, obsessed, possessed man out there. Watch the hops on this guy, folks. It's 6'9". There's a rejection. And right there, got hit in the mouth, and a good perseverance by Lee. So he's at the line.
Lee 3 for 4 from the line tonight. As Clyde mentioned, he's much improved, 79% this season after struggling last year as a rookie. Knicks back with it. Eddie Curry, though, gives the Knicks another possession. Curry is not one to get many offensive rebounds.
But it's an evolution for him, Mike. You see different aspects of his game. You've seen the scoring. Now he's learning to deal with the double teams.
And another missed free throw. Knicks have missed 11 tonight.
You can't do that against the Pistons because once they go to the line, they rarely miss.
Knicks only have 1 team foul, which will help them. They can be aggressive. Knicks wanted to travel. 4 on the shot clock. Billups for 3. Won't go. David Lee, his 10th rebound of the game. Nearly traveled, and he's thrown it away. As Jeffries goes diving into the row. Patrons there along the sideline.
What Lee did, he was almost going out of bounds, losing his balance, so he was compelled to throw it in bounds. Watch him after he gets the rebound. See right there, almost traveling. And the errant pass.
Fans get their own player in their laps. Phillips. Hamilton puts it in. Hamilton, boy, 39 points and a tough shot with Marbury in his face.
All 39 have been mesmerizing from Rip. A lethal stroke tonight.
Curry wants the ball. They've been waiting till he puts it on. There's the double. As soon as he puts it on the floor.
Precarious passes by Curry.
Shot clock down to 6. Crawford, the crossover, puts it up, and he got hit. Prince very upset. And Crawford will go to the line. I think it was a 2-pointer.
Yeah, it was 2 points, and he did get a piece of his wrist. We talked about breaking that imaginary plane between the offense and the defense. Right there, Prince crossed it. Got him right on the forearm. See, he should have gone straight up. He launched into him, thus sending Jamal to the line.
Boy, it's tough. That was tough seeing contact on that. I don't know, Clyde.
Well, with his follow-through.
Right.
Once he followed through, he got a piece of his arm.
Prince is not a guy that argues very much, unlike his teammates. Crawford, meanwhile, hits the first one and Flip Saunders wants a timeout. Full timeout called by the Pistons. 2:27 remaining in the fourth. Knicks have another free throw coming up as they trail by 3.
It only happens once a year. The Hyundai Challenge year-end sales event with big cash back. Your best opportunity to save more than ever on more models than ever. All with America's best warranty. Like the fuel-efficient Tucson, ranked highest in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. Take the Hyundai Challenge and take big cash back. But don't take your time. Event ends January 2nd. Lease a new Hyundai Tucson for just $229 a month at your local Hyundai dealer.
It's down to the top 10. The 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Only 2 episodes are left. This January, don't miss an all-new 50 greatest moments only on MSG.
Just under 2.5 remaining. Fourth quarter at the Garden. Knicks down 3. Both teams with multiple timeouts remaining. Pistons don't have any fouls to give. The Knicks have 3, although once we get to the 2-minute mark, they'll only have 1 to give. The Knicks with a free throw coming up right now. This is a game that's featured 21 lead changes, 16 ties. Largest lead by either team in the second half was 5. Each team had a 5-point lead at one point. And it's been a close, well-played game, especially on the offensive end.
The Knicks lose the game. They need look no further than their futility from the line.
They missed 11.
Yep, Jamal, they're one of the better shooters, cans too. A little pressure here by the Knicks in the backcourt.
Crawford with a double-double, 12 points and 10 assists. First double-figure assist game of the season for the Knicks.
Hamilton, let's see if he can continue his majesty with his shooting.
Shot clock winding down. McDyess has to put it up. Won't go. Rebound fought for. David Lee knocked it away, and a loose ball foul called on Wallace. And Lee will go to the line as Wallace picks up his 4th.
Good defense that time. McDyess trying to beat the clock. And David Lee always on the ball. Right there, out-hustling, out-muscling Wallace. And the foul as Wallace reaches in.
David Lee, who's 7th in the NBA in rebounding, has his 6th straight double-double. 10 points, 10 boards, but 2 huge free throws right here. He's already missed a couple.
And now under duress. Now under duress. A couple of years ago, the Knicks were one of the better free throw shooting teams. They just didn't get to the line. Now they're one of the frequent visitors to the line, and they have been very erratic.
Lee goes 1 for 2. Knicks down 1. Isaiah Thomas's team will travel out west after the game tonight. A big Wallace traveled. Oh, they didn't call it. He took that extra step, it appeared.
See, Phillips not exuding a lot of confidence in this game.
Wallace the jumper, able to put it in. Rasheed Wallace gives the Pistons a 3-point lead.
But he got away with the blatant travel right at the timeline.
He has not shot well tonight, but a big bucket there.
Nice clear out by Curry for Stephon.
Marbury to the basket, puts it in. Beautiful drive from Marbury. He's got 33, and the Knicks back within 1.
And again, a good job by Eddie seeing the one-on-one opportunity cleared out, giving Marbury the room.
Chance of defense here at the guard. Phillips to Prince, wide open is Tayshaun Prince, and he misses it, hits the shot clock, Nick Ball. Isaiah Thomas talking to Jeffries, explaining why Prince was so wide open and where he needed to be.
Prince right in front of the Knicks bench, misfiring. Now the Knicks seem like they want a 20-second timeout.
And they'll take that now. Prince, who burned the Knicks at Auburn Hills on December 1st by hitting 6 of 7 from downtown, had a great look, but just couldn't get it to fall.
And David Lee making one. Stephon continues to astound. So an easy play for me here, folks. Give Stephon the ball and let him create something. Last time he created for himself as he had the one-on-one against Phillips and took him to the hoop.
Marbury, 8 of his 33 points have come here in this fourth quarter. He also has 7 assists and just 1 turnover.
Many people thought Steph was washed up, that he would never be able to score 33 points in another game. So he continues to be on the rampage. He seems to be back.
He's had bigger scoring games recently. And tonight, a season high. Right now, though, the Knicks still down by 1:09 remaining here in the fourth. Knicks still have a full timeout left.
And a crucial foul to get.
Pistons also with timeouts remaining. Here's Channing Frye, wide open. It's good. The Knicks take the lead.
Wallace helped out too much that time. An easy opportunity for Frye.
And the guard on its feet here in the final minute, trying to beat the team with the best record in the East. Wallace, Hamilton left wide open. He can't get it. Wallace the rebound. And back out to Prince. Knicks do have a foul to give. Prince to Billups. Chauncey Billups for 3. Air ball. Wallace the rebound. He misses the foul, but he gets the rebound. Another offensive rebound for Detroit. Hamilton to Prince. Billups says calm down.
There's Hamilton, baseline.
Hamilton, the jumper. Won't go. Rebound taken by Crawford. Crawford dribbling it out. And Crawford fouled with 15.2 remaining.
How many times can you go to the well? Rasheed Wallace giving him numerous opportunities. He even missed a dunk. And then Hamilton all alone. Hamilton has been lethal with the shooting. There's Billups misfiring. Rasheed with the missed dunk. And watch Hamilton coming along the baseline, folks. He's going to be wide open.
A number of good looks, Clyde.
Right, there's Hamilton now. He's coming to the left of your screen. Wide open. Oh, no.
And Crawford, a big rebound. Now, Crawford's an 82% free throw shooter as Rasheed Wallace has fouled out. And Crawford will go to the line where he's 4 for 4 tonight. Rasheed Wallace fouls out for the second time this season. Crawford is the Knicks' best free throw shooter. Francis obviously is the leader right now in terms of percentage, but we've seen over the years Crawford a clutch free throw shooter, but he's hearing words from Chauncey Billups.
And this crowd on their feet now.
Now the Knicks still have a foul to give, which right now is huge. Crawford puts it in. Knicks by 2. Pistons still have timeouts remaining. And they'll most certainly call it here after the rebound. Crawford, 2 clutch free throws, and the Knicks go up by 3 with 15.2 remaining.
As we used to say, Crawford with ice water in his veins, not feeling the pressure. Crawford not only made the 2 big free throws, came up with a big rebound to send him to the line.
Detroit had a 5-point lead here in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks coming back and now lead by 3. All right, Clyde, a lot of strategy involved here. Again, they have a foul to give, so that's something they can use. You're also up by 3. At one point, do you think about making sure that they don't beat you or tie you with a three-pointer? They can't beat you with a 3. Tie you with a 3. Do you foul before then? Meanwhile, for Detroit, they've got some strategy to go here. Does Detroit look for the 3 to tie it, or do they go for the quick 2 and look to foul?
They will go for a quick 2 if they can get it. And they will still have enough time to commit a foul on the Knicks and still have time to get the ball back to do whatever they need to do.
Yeah, they've got plenty of time because they have 2 timeouts remaining. You see the Pistons still have those 2 20s left. The new rule this year, at the end of the games, full timeouts become 20s. Down to the final 2 minutes.
I hope the Knicks use their time, the foul to give to their advantage. Try to go for the steal rather than just walking up to a guy fouling him.
Real hard, aggressive ball denial. And if you foul, it's no big deal.
Right.
Now the Pistons will inbound in the front court again. Look for Detroit most likely to go for a quick score and then foul. Knicks have 1 full timeout left. The Pistons have 2 20s. And a crowd on its feet. This has been a terrific performance for the Knicks, including some superb individual play from Stephon Marbury, Eddie Curry. Jamal Crawford has played well. The Knicks have shot 58% from the field for the game. So it's Lee, Fry, Balkman comes in for defense with Marbury and Crawford. Now Fry is actually coming out of the game. So it's Jared Jeffries is in. Pistons looking to inbound. Get it to Prince. Prince on the drive. Prince inside. Puts it up. Puts it in. With 11.1 remaining, it's a 1-point game. And now Isaiah Thomas will use his final timeout and advance the ball to the front court.
Balkman was all over Prince. That was not an easy shot. Watch how he has to struggle to get it off. Balkman giving him no ground. Right there, right in his face. Prince able to deliver.
Balkman also wisely not committing a foul. It didn't appear there was time. There's a little bit, but not enough for them to call it. And the Knicks now will get it back. Now the Knicks are out of timeouts, so they have to inbound the ball. Pistons will no doubt try and deny, try and come up with a steal, and then commit the foul right away and force the Knicks to hit free throws. There's still plenty of time remaining.
So obviously the Knicks want to get the ball in Crawford's hands. The other Knicks have been very erratic from the line tonight.
Don't forget, after the game, MSGNY presented by ChevyOffers.com. Jason Horowitz will be your host. We'll have complete highlights of this one, and there are plenty of them. It has been a fun game to watch. Also, look ahead for the Jets and Giants this week. Palmer in studio. All on MSGNY with Jason Horowitz after the game.
And the Garden crowd is getting its magic back. They continue to stand on their feet, coercing their heroes. And this could be a turning point for the Knicks if they could pull this one out before they embark on a very formidable road trip.
Well, the Knicks right now, if they can get the ball inbound and hit their free throws, at the very least, it would be, if Detroit came down, they could still go for another 2, because remember, Detroit still has the 2 20-second timeouts. Steve Francis has come in. Francis in there for his free throw shooting with Marbury, Lee, Fry, and Crawford. Pistons send out Hamilton, Billups, Ronald Dupree, a good defender, Carlos Delfino, and Tayshaun Prince. The key here is getting the ball in bounds because you're out of timeouts.
Don't pass up anyone. The first guy that comes open, give him the ball. When you turn down guys, that's when you get in trouble. There's Crawford, give it to him.
Didn't get it in time. They throw it cross court to Fry. Fry holding the ball and is fouled by Billups with 9.7 seconds remaining. So still plenty of time for Detroit.
Fry has regained his touch, so he's a formidable shooter now from the perimeter. His game is 15 to 20 feet away. Now he needs to be excellent from 15 feet away at the free throw line.
So more substitutions, offense, defense. Jared Jeffries comes back in for defense. They didn't want him out there to get the ball because he's a poor free throw shooter. Meanwhile, Muhammad and McDyess come in for the rebounding on the free throws for Detroit.
And when you're waiting to shoot, all of this is a distraction, folks. So Fry is the guy.
He's 2 for 2 tonight. And for the season, 84%. Normally, Fry, an excellent free throw shooter.
See it? Take a deep breath. That's how you're taught. Take a deep breath and shoot for the front and back of the rim, and he does.
Knicks up 2 with 9.7 remaining. Bachman will come in for defense, and Crawford will sit down.
The Knicks still have that foul to give, folks, and that's going to be crucial if he makes this one. Again, the Knicks can go for a steal and give a foul, but let some time elapse off that time that you see remaining in the game.
Fry hits a pair, 2 clutch free throws from Channing Fry, and Flip Saunders will use a timeout, and now the Pistons have 1 20-second timeout remaining. This also at 20. Boy, big free throws for the Knicks. They struggle from the line much of the game, but here in the fourth quarter, they've hit some clutch free throws.
And now their defense will have to come in vogue. On the last play, we saw Prince taking Walkman to the hoop. Good D by Walkman, but he was able to score. And now what we talk about, Mike, do you foul them and not give them a three-point opportunity?
I think, Clyde, you have to. You know, maybe you let a couple of seconds go, but it's going to have to hear. But you don't give the team a chance in this particular play to tie the game and force the overtime. Now, again, you see the Pistons still have a timeout remaining. They could once again try and score quickly and get a 2-pointer.
I think it's not enough time now. I think they've got to go for the three-pointer. And the Knicks have to use the foul to give and another one to deny them the three-point opportunity.
So they'll inbound with 9.7 remaining. Muhammad, Prince, Delfino, Billups, and Hamilton. Again, the Knicks still with that foul to give. I don't know what Joe Forte and the crew are talking about right here. Chance of defense.
Shades of old when men were bold in the Garden back in the 70s.
Hamilton trying to run off screens. Prince.
Give the foul.
Looks it back out. Delfino for 3. It's good. Delfino from downtown with 5.3 remaining. Knicks bringing it up. Crawford looks up. Crawford on the drive. Crawford puts it up for the win. No good. Overtime.
What was Jeffries thinking? They did not know they had a foul to give. He had ample time to foul him.
And Knicks play that last possession defensively poorly.
Watch Jeffries, folks. Foul him. Foul him.
They've got the foul to give. And then Delfino, a two-pointer doesn't hurt you. You've got to be out on him, force him to put the ball on the floor and drive it in.
Man, Crawford still had ample time to end the game and misfired.
The Knicks did not have a timeout there after the rebound or after the inbound, but they play that last sequence poorly defensively, and we're going over.
All right, the game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
What's going on, Sanchez?
It's Nelson. He's pruning.
Oh, come on. The game's on. Get him out of there.
Welcome to the Bud Light bunker, Nelson. What do you guys do down here?
Nothing.
Sweet.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
We got a bogey. Get him out of there.
Get ready for overtime here at the Garden in tonight's New York Knicks overtime, brought to you by AIG. For insurance, investments, retirement, AIG, the strength to be there. And the Knicks with some mind lapses here on the final possession, Clyde, up by 3. Jared Jeffries, even with the Knicks a foul to give, doesn't foul. David Lee not out on Delfino, and he knocks down the 3. And here during the timeout, you see Isaiah Thomas, you had to foul. Ironically, that's why Jared Jeffries was signed to the free agent deal. He's a smart defender. He's a terrific defender. But a mental lapse right there from Jeffries and the Knicks. And they defend that last possession by the Pistons poorly and get burned.
And Isaiah, a little cotton mouth after that. So here we go. OT, folks.
Knicks have played 3 overtime games, and they've won all 3. For the Pistons, thanks to Carlos Delfino's three-pointer, this is their first overtime game of the season.
I've been in both scenarios. I've been where we've squandered an opportunity to win the game, and also I've been when we had the momentum. It has no impact on what's going to happen now.
Right, whatsoever. Unless a player or 2 fouls out. But other than that, we've seen teams who falter down the stretch of regulation win easily in overtime. There's no rhyme or reason. And Muhammad wins the tip. In terms of foul trouble, though, Rasheed Wallace has fouled out of the game for the Pistons. Nobody else has 5. A number of players have 4. So 5 minutes on the clock in the OT.
Curry helping out.
Delfino. This time they make him put it on the floor, and he hits a 2. That's what they should have done at the end of regulation.
Yep, and this guy has been fabulous off the bench.
16 points, Clyde, on 6 of 7 from the field. Curry against Muhammad.
Oh, there's a foul.
Curry inside, blocked by Muhammad. Ball knocked loose, still loose, and Muhammad comes out. For Delfino, his season high was 8. He has doubled that tonight.
Good perseverance by Muhammad coming from behind Curry to block the shot. They want Hamilton now. See what he can do. There he is on the curl. Steph right in his face.
And Curry blocks it. Ball knocked loose. And a loose ball foul is going to go against the Pistons.
Relentless effort by Stephon. And the curl play that time would not work because he would not allow them to pick him. And then he forced the violation, so the Knicks bring it up.
Foul on Hamilton is 3rd. In the overtime, you shoot the penalty on the 4th team foul. Each team gets 2 timeouts, an additional 2 timeouts here in the OT.
Friday mismatch.
And Fry felt there was contact there as he lost the ball. Good defense from Billups.
Yeah, like Stephon, Billups would not allow Fry to post him up.
Marbury trying to stick with Hamilton. Good defense from Marbury, fighting over screens. Hamilton running all over the place. Shot clock winding down. Prince on his drive, lost the ball. Muhammad, tough shot, puts it up, banks it in as the shot clock expires.
Talking about serendipity, folks. He found it that time.
Nazir Muhammad with 12 points. The Knicks down 4 here in OT. Curry has it poked away. Marbury on the drive, gets inside, blocked with a foul. Flip Saunders didn't like the call, but Marbury got whacked by Muhammad. He picks up his 4th.
Take a look at this fortuitous hoop by Muhammad. We paid homage for his rejection on Curry. This time in the right place at the right time, and gets a lucky bounce off the glass.
Marbury 8 for 10 from the line.
I say it's luck, folks, because you never use the glass, shoot it straight on. You try to switch it, not bank it. Oh!
Missed free throws for the Knicks tonight. That's their 13th miss, 35 of 48.
So free throws have propelled the Knicks in the game, and now taking them out of it.
So Curry will sit.
Not for long.
Marbury 1 for 2. He's got 34 points, but the Knicks are down 3. Largest lead again in the second half and overtime by either team was 5. This has been a close game throughout. 22 lead changes, 17 ties. Delfino, not that time. Ball tipped by Fry. He comes up with it.
Pistons have no fouls to give now, but maybe that's a bad thing, the way the Knicks are sputtering from the line.
Crawford on the drive inside, an offensive foul on Crawford as he barrels into Delfino. 5 on Crawford.
See, Delfino looked like he got there in time.
So a turnover, and the Pistons with a chance to increase their lead. Just under 2.5 remaining. Still plenty of time here in the OT. And Marbury called for a hold. That's the first team foul. And 4th.
Stefan is all over Hamilton.
Hamilton with 39 points, a season high for him tonight. Marbury, a season high 34.
Hamilton had a chance to win the game from downtown baseline, misfired.
Hamilton forces up the shot and puts it in with 2 guys draped over him. He's got 41.
Eluded Stefan, and then Fry was there in vain, and Knicks in pain now as they want to talk.
And down now by 5, which equals the largest lead of the game for Detroit. Richard Hamilton, 41 points. Knicks down 5.
Curling the Knicks with the jumper.
It's down to the top 10. The 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Only 2 episodes are left. The whole building goes off. Which moment will be the greatest? Let's rock. This January, the next 5 will be revealed. Every story, every moment. This was buzzing. Every episode counts. Don't miss an all-new 50 greatest moments at Madison Square Garden. Coming this January, only on MSG.
Lost sleep over a bad call I made.
Memorize my high school stats.
Use washing your hair as an excuse to stay at home and watch a game.
Then your love.
Knicks rally, a great finale. Knicks basketball. Another dunk for finale.
On MSG.
Man, ain't no miss. We are New York. We are the New York Knicks. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go. Say go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
2:11 remaining. Overtime here at the Garden. The Knicks in a 5-point hole right now. They'll have the ball. And if you're just tuning in, it was a wild second half, nip and tuck, close game throughout. A terrific game to watch. Both teams playing well offensively. And Carlos Delfino hit a 3-pointer with just under 6 seconds remaining to tie the game. Then Jamal Crawford missed one at the buzzer that would have won it. In overtime so far, the Pistons have dominated, but there's still time as they'll inbound now. Richard Hamilton has been tearing it up tonight. A season high 41. His career high is 44.
The ramifications of this game, a loss by the Knicks, could be devastating. A game that they should have had, could have had, might slip away now as they will inbound right in front of us. David Lee to inbound.
Crawford, Lee, Curry, Fry, Marbury. I don't know what the officials here are checking. Maybe just Joe Forte over chatting with Flip Saunders and Mike Abdenauer, the head athletic trainer for the Pistons. And they say, let's play ball.
Players are not complaining. They get a little extra breather right there. Now Phillips on Marbury's case.
Marbury and Crawford. Crawford for 3. Won't go. Rebound. David Lee lost it. Tried to tip it and unable to get it. He thought he was hit. And the Knicks in some trouble right now. Down 5 with under 2 to play here in OT.
Pistons always manipulate the shot clock. Going down to the bitter end. There's Hamilton. Phillips wants to shoot this, and he's just bluffing on his pass.
Inside pass. Muhammad reverse won't go. Try the rebound. Knicks need to push, but don't have to go for 3s now. And Delfino a reach-in foul. And the next one, and they're in the penalty.
Ooh, Muhammad could have given him much breathing room. So he went baseline, couldn't finish. So now the Knicks have it again along the side.
Delfino, a huge game, a season high 16 points as Muhammad picks up his, Delfino picks up his first.
mentioned, right, the Knicks should not become enthralled with the three-point shot right now.
Marbury, tough shot, banks it in. 36 for Marbury. It's a three-point game. And that's a big bucket. Crowd again chanting defense. We've heard that throughout late in the fourth quarter. And Marbury called for another hold. So he's got 5 fouls. And the Knicks now not in the penalty yet. That was their last foul to give. Isaiah Thomas chatting with Mark Davis. So both teams now will be in a penalty.
Uh-oh, there's the post up.
Marbury, he doesn't want to pick up his 6th foul. He's got 5. Phillips on the drive. Prince. That's a three-pointer. Won't go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked loose. Picked up by Curry. And Phillips takes it away from Crawford. Chauncey Billups took it away from Crawford. And a new 24 for the Pistons. It was a mad scramble. Hamilton. Double team. Prince. On the drive. The floater won't go. Rebound. Fought for. Muhammad comes up with it. Misses it. The tip won't go. Fry the rebound. And the Knicks hold on. Timeout call by Isaiah Thomas with 25.7 remaining.
Muhammad has had numerous opportunities to put this game away. Can't finish. That time, 2 consecutive misses underneath.
So a timeout with the Knicks down 3 will now have the ball. What a wild possession. Ball batted away. Curry has it. And Billups. And you see that would have gone off out of bounds, but it ricocheted off Mark Davis. The official is part of the court. So no matter where it hits him, it's like it hits any part on the court. And the Pistons got a break there. Billups able to get it, but they couldn't convert anyway. Boy, it's been a tough game to officiate. So close, every call so important. And those three still have 25.7 remaining. And you want Clyde, the Knicks, same thing as the Pistons. They don't have to go for a 3 here and go for the tie right now.
They reverse roles right now. So the Knicks will try to go for the 2-point shot. And hopefully they do not get overzealous and try to tie it up with a 3-pointer and misfire on that. That might be all she wrote. Stephon unequivocally give the ball to Stephon and let him create. This is what they should do. Previously took the Pistons into the paint scoring, and they have not been able to deny him penetrating inside.
Again, a key for Detroit in these situations is that Billups and Hamilton, their 2 guards who have the ball most of the time in these situations, are both just terrific free throw shooters in the high 80 percentile. But the Knicks first need to score. You see the Knicks now with 1 timeout remaining. The Pistons have 3 left, so they've got plenty. Neither team with a foul to give. I think the Knicks have to inbound on the back court because I believe after they gain possession, did they advance the ball? No, apparently not. So they'll get the ball in the front court. Isaiah Thomas watched his team lead by 3 seconds to go. Flip Saunders and saw Carlos Delfino nail a 3-pointer with just under 6 to play to tie it, force the overtime. Pistons have led by as many as 5 here in the OT. Right now it's a 3-point game. Curry back in with Marbury, Crawford, Fry, and Lee. Marbury for 3, blocked by Billups, and they call a foul on the 3-point attempt. 3 free throws from Marbury. Yes, there's no question he wanted to shoot the 3, even with all that time remaining.
Marbury with shades of grandeur, so with Phillips. He should not try to block it, just try to make it miss. And we saw that with Prince when he argued the call. Definitely got a piece of his forearm.
3 huge free throws here from Marbury.
Knicks have missed how many tonight?
13. Rolls all the way around the rim before falling through, and it's a 2-point game. Billups with his 4th foul. Season high 37 for Marbury. 2 for 2. And now 1 to tie it. McDyess comes back in. Delfino will sit. Jeffries returns for Curry. Offense and defense substitutions from both coaches.
Knicks are going to need defense. A lot of time remaining. If the Pistons.
Marbury ties the game. 3 clutch free throws for Stephon Marbury. And it's all even with 22.4 remaining. Full timeout called by Detroit. A thrilling game tonight here at the Garden. Pistons ball in a tie game when we come back.
All right, the game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
What's going on, Sanchez?
It's Nelson. He's pruning.
Oh, come on. The game's on.
Get him out of there.
Welcome to the Bud Light bunker, Nelson. What do you guys do down here?
Nothing.
Sweet.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
We got a bogey. Get him out of there.
.4 seconds remaining. Overtime here at the Garden. Stephon Marbury just hit 3 straight free throws, including this first one. Looked like it was going to roll out, but it rolls in. And here's the Knicks bench reaction. It's good. Well, now it's time for the Knicks to get back defensively. Chauncey Billups, Richard Hamilton, Prince, Muhammad, and Delfino. You can just see the players out there, Clyde. They're loving playing a game like this.
Yep, the atmosphere is very provocative. Stephon, remember, has 5 fouls.
As does Crawford.
And Hamilton will obviously be the guy running very radically along the screens on the baseline.
The Pistons most likely will run it down and take the final shot. And either win it or force a second overtime.
And Billups can make big shots. He's missed a big shot in Detroit.
He loves this kind of moment. Shot clock turned off. Billups looking. Billups a 3 for the win. No good. No good. And a second overtime coming up. The Knicks battle back from 5 down in the OT. And we'll have an extra period once again as Chauncey Billups fires up the 3 for the win.
And how many times can Muhammad get opportunities right there? Another miss by Muhammad to put the Knicks out of their misery.
Put 5 more minutes up on the clock. Double overtime at the Garden.
All right, the game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
What's going on, Sanchez?
It's Nelson. He's pruning.
Oh, come on. The game's on.
Get him out of there.
Welcome to the Bud Light bunker, Nelson. What do you guys do down here?
Nothing.
Sweet.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
We got a bogey. Get him out of there.
Double overtime at Madison Square Garden. Knicks and the Pistons in what has been a thrilling game. Meanwhile, Channing Frye shaken up on that last play. And you'll watch, he appears to be okay now. But watch him on the rebound. The first one, and now watch the second attempt. And right after it, Kind of hurts his right shoulder, it appears.
Well, watch Muhammad. He's up quick. Just Askew tip in, and Knicks live again.
Fry went over and was grimacing a bit on the side, but he's going to stay in the game. All right, now, as we've said before, foul problems are key. So far, Rasheed Wallace has fouled out for the Pistons. And the Knicks have several players with 5, namely their starting backcourt of Crawford and Marbury.
The last shot by Billups, folks, I don't think that was the play. He was just trying to be the hero because he sent Stephon to the line with a imprudent foul. Obviously, they wanted Hamilton coming off that stack over there, and Billups tried to end it from downtown to no avail.
So 5 more minutes. Again, this game has been close throughout. We've had 23 lead changes, 18 ties, largest lead. Each team had a 5-point lead in the second half. So it's been close from intermission on, and Muhammad wins another tip.
Yep, and the Knicks trailed by 5. Looked like they were out of it. But again, both teams refuse to lose or refuse to win.
Hamilton, that's good. 43 for Hamilton.
That was the play they wanted. Right there when Billups went for the 3.
Hamilton 1 shy of tying his career high.
Now Fry has a mismatch. You look to go inside.
Jeffries on the drive. Lost it. Got it back. Marbury has plenty of time. Marbury goes at Prince inside. Layup. It's good. Top shot from Marbury. And he has 41.
Stephon, very intrepid play, folks. He has 5 fouls, but he's not playing like it. So he's held bent out there on both ends. Now again on Hamilton.
Billups with Crawford guarding him. Rip Hamilton to fake, trying to draw the foul, and still knocks it down. A career high 45 points for Richard Hamilton. What a game he's had, as has Marbury. 17 of 28 from the field. Eddie Curry hasn't touched the ball in quite some time. Crawford drives on Prince, blocked from behind by Prince. Terrific defensive play. Scramble for the ball. Jeffries trying to come up with it. Muhammad falls down. It's going to be a jump ball. That's the same thing we say all the time. If you're on the ground with the ball, the rules have gone out the window. You can just dive on the guy. They won't call a foul.
Watch the Pistons, though. They couldn't come up with it. Muhammad stumbling, bumbling. Jeffries does a good job of tying him up.
Brooks trying to call a timeout, but Muhammad never had possession. Muhammad has done an excellent job on the tips, on the jump balls. 3:31 remaining. Pistons by 2. This is a big jump ball. Look at Jamal Crawford. His left hand is on the baseline, and he's touching the ball. Well, maybe not at the same time. It was close. So Muhammad has the advantage here. And wins the tip. He's won the jump ball to start the first overtime, the second overtime, and that one. Little plays like that sometimes make the difference. Hamilton. Tough shot again. Won't go this time. Fry the rebound. Knicks down 2 as we come up on 3 minutes remaining in double overtime.
Hamilton knows Steph has 5 and can't contest it, but that time he forced that shot.
Curry on the drive and draws the foul on Muhammad. 5th foul on Muhammad, and Eddie Curry with some very big free throws right now.
Bulldozer finesse this time by Curry. Just turning around and overwhelming Muhammad. Curry's got to get them down.
He's been good from the line tonight. Oops. So that one not even close.
Yep.
Curry 9 of 13 from the line. Knicks as a team have missed 14. Curry 1 for 2. 30 points for Curry. Billups. Again, Marbury playing with the 5 fouls, has to be careful. Hamilton, quick shot. It's good. Hamilton, 47. He's been unbelievable, Todd.
Gilbert Arenas has, what, 60. That's the most in the league thus far this season.
Hamilton with his terrific mid-range game. Marbury with his drives tonight. These two have put on a show for the fans.
Oh, Muhammad knocks it away.
Curry gets it back, however. Fry puts up a shot. Not a good one. Rebound tipped by Jeffries, but it won't go in. And Delfino the rebound. Knicks down by 3 with 2:15 to go.
Stefan's got to assert himself this time.
Hamilton. Not that time. Curry, a big rebound. And a foul call on Marbury, and he's out of the game. Marbury can't believe the call. He's fouled out as Hamilton went crashing after Curry secured the rebound. Well, Marbury fouls out with a season-high 41 points.
It's a double whammy for the Knicks. Not only does he foul out, the Pistons get the ball in the front court.
Let's take a look at the play. Watch Marbury after Hamilton looks to box out. Hamilton looked like he flopped on that one. That's a call you rarely see. I mean, a smart play from Hamilton to fall down, but it didn't appear there was much of a push there, and the rebound had already been secured. Well, the heads-up play from Hamilton. So David Lee will come in.
Once again, the Knicks in dire straits. See if they can prevail again as the Pistons have it along the side.
They're looking up at the clock. Joe Forte pointing to the clock for something. It says, I know what he's saying. He's saying that there's no team fouls up there for the Knicks.
And now you see the grandeur Jeffries. Jeffries is 6'11" now on the 6'7" Hamilton.
They call that not a loose ball foul, apparently. Hamilton inside Muhammad. Muhammad blocked by Fry. Gets it back. Blocked by Lee. That should have been a jump ball, and then call it. You can't hear the whistle. The crowd exploding on the block. And a jump ball.
And Muhammad's tumultuous time underneath continues. Fry denies him. Lee denies him. Muhammad, 6'11", will jump against the 6'9" Lee. How does
Jeffries? Jeffries shouldn't be the one in there. Now they're going to put, it should be David Lee.
Yeah. Muhammad's been winning the taps, but he can't win the matchups underneath.
So the Knicks trying to finagle a taller player in there to jump against Muhammad.
Can't fool these officials, though. They're on the case.
1:53 remaining. Again, another big jump ball. Pistons have won most of them here at the end of regulation and overtime. Crawford gets it. Again, Stephon Marbury, who's been just brilliant tonight offensively. He is fouled out with 41 points. Crawford on the drive. On the pull-up, he's fouled. Shot won't go. And he'll shoot 2.
So Stephon has the ability to get inside. Crawford normally looks for the pull-up as he did that time. And Prince bailed him out. So Jamal for 2.
Marbury fouling out for the second time this season. Crawford 6 for 6 from the line.
Oops.
And that one too strong and still goes in. 2-point game. Crawford 15 points and 10 assists.
We've seen a curling free throw by Stephon, the first of his 3. And now Crawford gets a good bounce.
And right now the Knicks with just one guard out there. Crawford misses the second one. And every miss crucial right now. So Jeffries is guarding Hamilton as Crawford is on Billups. Tayshaun Prince being guarded by David Lee. Crawford bumped Billups there. No call. Billups lost the ball. Nearly fell down.
I thought he traveled.
Shot clock at 4. Hamilton puts it up. Oh, he puts it in. Richard Hamilton. What a tough shot. And the Pistons go up by 4. He's got 49. Still plenty of time, though. Knicks do not have to go for 3.
But see, they're going to use up a lot of shot clock here without Stephon, a guy that can penetrate and draw a foul.
Dangerous pass. Fry has it. 5 on the shot clock. Fry turns, tough shot, he drops it in. Channing Frye brings the Knicks within 2.
Slick move by Channing, beating the clock 8 feet away.
Crowd again on its feet, urging the Knicks on defensively. Hamilton. A much taller Jeffries on him.
Stop and pop.
Hamilton on the drive, the runner, too strong. Muhammad tips it in. Nazr Muhammad so strong on the boards, and it's a 4-point game.
Finally, Muhammad is able to finish underneath. And Hamilton has to be tired. He just threw up a poor shot. And much to the advantage of the Pistons, the ball was an air ball. It goes right into the hands of Muhammad.
All right, the game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
Nazr Muhammad, the former Knick, with a big bucket. Chip in to give the Pistons a 4-point lead with 32.4 seconds remaining. There's still a lot of time left in this one, as Eddie Curry, Jared Jeffries, David Lee, Jamal Crawford, and Fry come out.
But without Stephon, now Crawford doesn't like to penetrate. And this is a scenario, do you really want Eddie Curry with the ball on the low post?
Now, right now, Crawford's the only one down there. He needs help getting the ball in bounds, and does. He gets it from Fry. Knicks do not have to go for the 3. Crawford, the crossover, the floater in the paint. That's good. Jamal Crawford makes it a 2-point game. Knicks have to foul because there's only 1 second difference between shot and game clock.
They're wasting too much time.
Prince brings it across. Knicks need to foul, and there's the foul on Prince. With 18.3 remaining, Tayshaun Prince 4 of 6 from the line tonight, and for the season 78%. Oh, I thought that was the last foul to give. That wasn't a foul to give, but they did. Excuse me. So now the next one, and they're in the penalty.
That's why they should have given it sooner, Mike.
Yep.
Because they lost all of that time, folks, between. If they had fouled him right away, the clock would have stopped. So they let all this time run off. Then they give a foul. And now the Pistons have a chance to get the ball again.
And that's the last guy the Knicks want to see go to the line. Chauncey Billups, one of the top clutch free throw shooters in the league.
Has missed one tonight.
He's 88% from the free throw line. Last year he was 6th in the league in free throw shooting. 17.3 seconds remain. Huge free throws here for Billups.
It's been a while since Billups has scored. And you see how poised and composed he is on the line.
That last foul was on Channing Frye, his 4th. Knicks will call timeout after this. Billups' second free throw, perfect. And the Knicks will call time with 17.3 remaining, down by 4. As Chauncey Billups hits 2 clutch free throws.
And the old pros, we talked about Billups and Hamilton and their cohesion, how they do not care who get the points as long as they get done. And Rip Hamilton having a career high tonight.
Don't forget, coming up, MSGNY presented by ChevyOffers.com. Highlights and reaction from this one, and then Jesse Palmer in the studio. Well, Clyde, we said when we promote Knicks in 60, that was supposed to start at 11. They're going to have to push that back. This game has gone way long with the double overtime.
It's not over yet, Mike. We've seen a lot of folly tonight. So the Pistons could make a blunder here. Previously, Crawford did the right thing, taking the ball right to the hoop. He scored right away. And that's what the Knicks need to do right now.
Knicks are down to just 1 20-second timeout remaining. Pistons still have 3 timeouts. Neither team with a foul to give now. And again, with 17.3 left and still a timeout, the Knicks don't have to go for 3. They can go for a quick 2.
And the Pistons well aware of the Knicks' futility from the line. They know Curry has been erratic. Crawford even missed one big one there. See, now they have Francis in for his free throw prowess. So the poor shooter now is Jeffries out there. He's 35% on the season.
So Fry, Jeffries, Lee, Francis, and Crawford. Ronald Dupree comes back in for defensive purposes for the Pistons with Phillips, Hamilton, Delfino, and Prince.
What the Pistons don't want to do is foul right here. They do not want to stop the clock and allow the Knicks to go to the line and take points off the board.
Lee to inbound. Knicks down 4. Crawford trying to get free. Fry puts up a 3. Puts it in! Nothing say it 2. His foot was on the line. 2-point game. Hamilton has it. Knicks have to foul. And Fry fouls him. And now Hamilton will go to the line. Fry thought he had a 3-pointer, but apparently his foot was on the line.
The Pistons did not look up the court. Dupree is all by himself. Remember what Lee did for the Knicks? If they take the ball right out, Dupree was all alone in the backcourt.
Meanwhile, you saw Fry's right foot clearly on the 3-point line, so it was a 2-pointer. And Richard Hamilton can reach a milestone of 50 points right here. No one has scored 50 against the Knicks since 1997. Jordan did it in a game in Chicago in 97. That's the last time a player scored 50 against the Knicks until now.
Intoxicating shooting performance tonight from this man.
19 of 33 from the field.
Who is that masked man?
11 for 11 from the line. And this is the big one right here to make it a 4-point game. And clutch free throws by the Pistons. Isaiah Thomas will use his final timeout.
And the Knicks will have a lot of things to look back on in this game, but no more than their futility from the free throw line.
Knicks have missed 15 free throws in this game. The other area that hurt them, Clyde, offensive rebounds. Pistons with 25. And also, let's go back. Remember that sequence with the delay of game and the technicals? Knicks had 3 technicals against them. Yep. Isaiah Thomas had 1. Jamal Crawford had 1 in the delay of game. And again, sometimes a technical foul and a made free throw makes a difference between a win and a loss. And in a double overtime game, that's your difference sometimes.
This unequivocally will be a devastating defeat for the Knicks. A game they should have had. They fought valiantly again, but they need wins. They need this. This would have been a win that could really propel this team.
They're playing against a Piston team that came in with a 5-game winning streak, 15-3 in their last 18 games, and the best record in the Eastern Conference.
Now the Pistons are going to try to force the Knicks inside of the 3-point arc.
Knicks are out of timeouts, so that hurts in terms of obviously stopping the clock and advancing the ball. From a strategy standpoint, changes it a bit as well. Crawford on the drive, going to go for the quick 2, running, puts it in, and a foul! Crawford got hit, and a chance for a 3-point play.
As we said, we've seen a lot of folly tonight, folks. We have seen it all in this game.
Now he can hit this free throw, and sometimes if there was less time, you'd miss the free throw for the rebound, but there's still a lot of time left.
And Phillips has been the culprit with the folly. Foul Stephon behind their arc. 3 straight free throws by Steph. Phillips also tried to win the game from downtown, and we went into another OT, and now another blunder by Phillips to send Crawford to the line.
So Crawford will shoot 1 to make it a 1-point game. Crawford 7 of 8 from the line tonight.
An eternity remaining.
1-point game. Now the Knicks have to foul right away. And instead the Pistons will call time. They had 2 players in the backcourt and only 1 Knick defender didn't see it. Rather than take a chance, Flip Saunders calls a timeout. A 20-second timeout.
Neither team seemingly wants to win the game. They've squandered their opportunities. Now the Knicks clinging to hope.
So 8.9 seconds remaining. And it's 136-135. So even if the Knicks foul right away, Clyde, and the Pistons hits both free throws, it's a 3-point game. Then the Knicks have to go for 3 because they're out of timeouts.
Or do the Pistons foul him and not give them that opportunity?
Well, they'd be crazy not to.
We've seen a lot of crazy things tonight, Mike.
Meanwhile, Richard Hamilton's 51 points, as we said, first 50-point game against the Knicks since '97 when Jordan had 51. And it's the first 50-point game against the Knicks here at the Garden since Jordan had that 55, the double nickel game.
Hey, but we always say the Pistons have to get the ball inbound. That's the key thing here.
They still have a timeout left. The Pistons do.
Obviously, they want Phillips and Hamilton to come up with the ball. And those are the guys the Knicks will try to deny.
So Prince will inbound. Phillips gets free and a foul. Foul is called on Balkman. So Phillips to the line for 2 free throws with 8.7 seconds. Phillips 8 for 9 tonight.
Good falling job by Phillips because he was not going to come up with that ball.
Knicks out of timeouts.
Like, this was an errant pass, folks. Balkman didn't bail him out. There would not have been a foul. That would not have been anything but a turnover. So Phillips has us here, folks. He's the reason why we're still here. Let's see if he can send us home now.
Crowd behind the basket trying to distract Phillips. Misses the free throw. And one more coming up. Chauncey Billups, his second miss of the night. Francis, Fry, Lee, Crawford, and Balkman. Now Curry's going to come back in. Curry comes in for rebounding purposes on the free throw. Also perhaps for a play at the end for a rebound because the Knicks do not have a timeout. So either miss or make. Knicks get the ball. They have to push it up the floor. And the Pistons do not have a foul to give. And now, Clyde, it takes away from their intentional foul because the biggest lead they can have is 2. Muhammad has a cut. So he's bleeding somewhere.
Phillips still has to make one.
Chance of let's go Knicks. Most of the crowd has stayed throughout. It has been a thrilling game. What a roller coaster ride for both teams. And now coming down to free throws.
Yeah, profiling courage will soon end for one of these teams.
Phillips puts it in. 2-point game. Knicks out of timeouts. Final seconds. Crawford. Double team. Crawford over to Fry. Fry the jumper. It's good. At the buzzer. Fry ties the game. And we'll go to triple overtime.
The Pistons did everything right. Take the ball away from Crawford. They did that. And he looked up and saw Fry on the elbow, and he was able to get it down.
They'll look at the replay by rule, but Fry released it in time. And a third overtime here at the Garden. What a wild night.
And both these teams are like cats. They have 9 lives. Ooh. Yeah.
Fry with 24 points very quietly. Channing Fry coming up big offensively.
And you saw Dice. Watch Dice contest the shot. Dice is right in his face right there. Here we go again.
In both the first overtime, the Knicks were down by as many as 5. In the second overtime, Knicks down by 4. It looked like the Pistons would win. And the Knicks come storming back again and force the third overtime. You got to take it easy on your celebration. You got 5 more minutes to play, perhaps more.
And Phillips has been involved with every turn of this game, folks.
Now, a key for the Knicks is they'll have to play this third overtime without Stephon Marbury, who is fouled out. The Pistons have been playing without Rasheed Wallace since the end of regulation when he fouled out.
And Rip Hamilton has a chance to get 60. That's how Gilbert Arenas got his in overtimes. So Hamilton still has a chance to come up with more.
Now, if you're just tuning in, the Knicks were up by 3 in the final seconds of regulation. The Pistons had the ball, and Carlos Delfino knocks down this 3. The Knicks then raised the ball up the court and missed a shot. This is at the end of the second overtime, as Fry with a clutch shot. Take it again. Quentin Richardson with the band back, jumping up and down. And here we go again. 5 more minutes. Again, Knicks without Marbury. The Knicks played that triple overtime game in opening night in Memphis. First time since way back in 77, 78, the Knicks have played 3 games with at least 2 overtimes. And this the 3rd overtime. Boy, what a fun night here at the Garden. Although plenty of anxiety as well, Clyde, for both teams.
Oh, yeah. There's the hero right now. So it's been a game of fortitude, perseverance, resourcefulness, resiliency, and it continues as we are in another OT.
Marbury's played 50 minutes, 49 for Curry, 48 for Crawford, 50 for Hamilton, 46 for Billups, 44 for Prince.
Hamilton prides himself on his conditioning.
Oh, Prince with the tip off a rare miss from Hamilton. And once again, Detroit takes the early lead in the OT.
Jeffries in this match.
Jeffries with Billups on him, gets it to Lee. Lee to Curry. Curry misses it. Gets it again. Goes back up. Puts it in. And a foul. Second effort for Curry, who's got 32.
Delfino not doing the prudent thing. Watch Curry. How he missed the first one, I don't know. And watch Delfino now. See, if you're going to foul a guy, make sure he can't get a 3-point opportunity, which Curry has now.
So Delfino picks up his second foul. Curry, 10 of 14 from the line tonight.
Knicks can't continue to miss free throws.
And the Knicks take the lead. 33 for Curry.
I don't think I've ever done a 3 overtime game.
Delfino.
No, I never played him on.
Billups, that's a 3. This fire's no good. Fry the rebound. Opening night, Clyde in Memphis.
That was his No wonder I couldn't remember.
Knicks, they had not led in overtime until that Curry free throw. They fell behind in all the overtimes. Jeffries looking to post up Billups. Backing in, left-handed block by Muhammad. Here comes Billups the other way.
Exquisite timing by Muhammad.
Hamilton won't go. David Lee with a rebound. His 11th of the game.
Hamilton has to be tired now. It's starting to show.
Just over 3.5 remaining in the 3rd overtime.
Good job by Jamal making Hamilton work on the defense.
Crawford, the pull-up. Puts it in. Knicks up by 3. 22 for Crawford. 5 straight points by the Knicks here in the 3rd overtime. Crawford trying to fight over a screen. Prince against Lee. Prince kicks it out. Hamilton looking for an opening. Puts up a wild shot. Won't go. Curry tips it. Ball loose. Lee hands it to Crawford.
Pounding defense now against Hamilton. He's missed his last 3.
Crowd again on its feet. Crawford trying to call out a play.
He should call his own play. He took Hamilton before.
Curry sets the pick. Crawford. It's good. Jamal Crawford knocks it down. The 5-point Knick lead. Timeout Detroit.
And the drummer continues. Exhilarating play by Crawford now. He's canned his last 2 jumpers.
7 straight points by the Knicks, and they're on their feet here at the Garden.
A high screen by Curry. Crawford from 22 feet away.
144, 139. Tough shot from Crawford.
Hamilton has to be tired. All the shooting he's done. Now Crawford making him pay on the D.
Again, Hamilton has played big minutes, and again, you brought up this point earlier, and here's the reaction from the Knicks bench. The Pistons are the team that played last night at home in Detroit. Knicks have been off since Saturday. And the crowd so into this game. And the Knicks now lead by 5, but there is plenty of time remaining.
The team that has been leading, it means nothing in this game, folks, because they have not taken advantage of their lead, as the Pistons have squandered a couple of times, sending us into the third OT.
So a 5-point Knicks lead. Again, the Pistons in the first overtime went up by 5 early. Knicks came back. In the second overtime, Pistons went up 4. Knicks came back. Well, here in the third overtime, Knicks finally take the lead. They've got a 5-point advantage with 2:39 remaining, but Chauncey Billups and Richard Hamilton never seemed rattled out there, Clyde.
Yep. They are the old consummate pros. So let's see if the timeout has regained their composure. They have it in the backcourt.
Billups will bring it up. Billups has played almost 50 minutes. Hamilton has Jeffries on in. They look for Prince.
Prince normally likes the right side of the court.
Prince turnaround shot short. Muhammad tip, no good. Second tip is good. Second shots have been huge for the Pistons.
Muhammad extraordinary with his tip-ins.
16 points, 14 rebounds for Muhammad. 2 minutes remaining in the third overtime.
Knicks doing too much looking, man. Just play ball.
Crawford just dribbling. Crawford on the drive. Fry, right corner. That's a two-pointer. Won't go. Ball still in bounds. Tipped and taken by Billups.
Not a good sequence that time for the Knicks standing around. Move the ball.
Billups looking. Here's Prince. Prince wanted to shoot a 3 instead on the drive. Inside pass to Muhammad, and Muhammad is fouled with 1:33 remaining.
The Pistons couldn't ask for more. Stop the clock and take points off the board by going to the line. Previously a nice tip in by Muhammad. Now he needs to make these 2.
Nazr Muhammad, the former Knick, with 8 of the Pistons' 27 offensive rebounds. Again, some of the numbers will be inflated because it's a third overtime. We've played now an extra almost 15 minutes, 13 and a half so far.
Knicks entered the game the second best offensive rebounding team. They've been overwhelmed tonight by these guys.
A game that has featured some just superb individual performances. Richard Hamilton with 51. Stephon Marbury 41. Eddie Curry 33.
And Jamal Crawford some timely hoops as well as Fry.
Muhammad 2 for 2 from the line tonight. For the season, he's only 64%. He has had his struggles from the line during the course of his career, 66% for his career.
He's been energized tonight playing against his former team.
Takes his time. Hits the second free throw. And the Knicks will call timeout.
And we mentioned a team that has the lead means nothing in this game. Knicks were up by 5. Methodically, the Pistons have cut it to 1.
So a timeout call with 1:33 remaining. Here in the third overtime, Knicks leading by 1 with the ball.
And that took the crowd out of the game. It's a very vociferous crowd here at the Garden tonight. Most of the people still remaining have fallen silent.
Again, Knicks without Marbury. He fouled out, as did Rasheed Wallace. Most points for the Knicks since way back in 1980, ironically against Detroit.
The legendary game with Isaiah and Bernard King.
This, of course, triple overtime. Marbury had a season-high 41 before fouling out. And Hamilton still out there with his 51.
And we're still here, game hanging in the balance, so the Knicks have it in the front court. Prince is on Crawford now, and he's a tough defender.
Jeffries looking for Curry. Curry against Muhammad. There's the double team. Curry tied up. And a timeout call. Wise timeout call. Curry was in some trouble.
He was getting ready to move his pivot foot. In a nick of time, that time, folks, with a timeout by the Knicks bench.
There's been a wild stretch here at the Garden with some exciting finishes in the past week. Of course, Clyde, the Utah game, Darren Williams puts the Jazz up. And the Knicks, instead of calling timeout, rush the ball up the floor. Marbury, coast to coast, hits it at the buzzer as the Knicks beat the Utah Jazz. Then against the Bobcats, the tip-in with 1/10 of a second remaining. Two thrilling finishes for the Knicks in victories last week. And now this week, a triple overtime thriller. Knicks with a 1-point advantage. They'll inbound with 9 left on the shot clock. A lot of people chewing their fingernails tonight. The crowd has been on its feet throughout much of the overtimes.
See, they're like Hamilton, like they're tired now. They're sitting. They were standing for a long time.
Crawford with 7 on the shot clock. Prince guarding in. Crawford trying to find an opening. Puts up the shot. It's good! Crawford drills the jumper. And the Knicks up by 3.
Crawford has been tantalizing them from the perimeter. That time 16 feet away.
26 for Crawford. A minute remaining. Prince spinning inside pass. McDyess with the finish.
A tomahawk master blaster by Dice coming along the baseline.
Beautiful move by Prince to set him up. Final minute. 1-point game here in the third overtime.
Pistons have a foul to give.
Crawford again on the drive. Lost it momentarily. Another shot. Short. Rebound McDyess. And Flip Saunders says bring it up. Knicks clinging to a 1-point lead.
They want Hamilton this time. I saw Phillips give him the eye.
Phillips sacks a 3. Won't go. David Lee the rebound. And a quick foul. The Pistons had to do it. And wisely fouled right away.
Phillips was all alone. Straight on with the hoop. Bricked it off the side of the glass. So the Pistons had a foul to give.
Now the Knicks will inbound, and again they'll foul right away. That foul on Hamilton is 4th. Ronald Dupree comes in. They can't have Prince commit the foul because he's got 5, and he'll sit. Delfino comes in for Billups, who also has 5. They can't take a chance of those two fouling out.
Francis is in for his free throw prowess.
20.7 seconds remain. Knicks by 1.
Knicks have to get the ball in bounds. A lot of times in this scenario, folks, you see guys going away from the ball because they don't want to go to the line. These guys have to come and meet the ball. There's Crawford. He's open.
Crawford dribbling, gets away from Dupree, and there's the foul. With 18.9 remaining.
So Jamal Wilson, he's dancing and prancing up the court. And he has been carrying the Knicks here down the stretch.
Crawford had 14 points at the end of regulation and didn't score in the first overtime, but had 6 in the second overtime and has had 6 here in the third OT.
We've seen some big misses tonight by excellent free throw shooters. Phillips had a chance to put it away, missed one. And now Jamal, 82%, looking to can these two.
He's 8 for 9 tonight. 2-point lead. Balkman comes in for Francis. Offense, defense once again.
Familiar scenario. We've been here before, folks. Plenty of time for the Pistons to come down and look for the deuce rather than the 3-point shot.
Crawford taking over all the point guard duties when Marbury fouled out.
Ooh.
Hits the second. And the Pistons will call time.
So you can see Jamal exuding a lot of confidence that time, right away going to get the ball and then dancing up the court as he made the free throws.
We'll take a timeout. Knicks by 3 here in triple overtime. Pistons ball when we come back.
All right, the game is on the line. The pressure's on. Here's the situation. You've got 2 children. College tuition is in sight. Retirement is breathing down your neck.
Who do you go to in the clutch? Over 65 million customers rely on us when their money is on the line. Insurance, investments, retirement. AIG, the strength to be there.
What's going on, Sanchez?
It's Nelson. He's pruning.
Oh, come on. The game's on.
Get him out of there.
Welcome to the Bud Light bunker, Nelson. What do you guys do down here?
Nothing.
Sweet.
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
We got a bogey. Get him out of there.
The 293 combined points between these two, third most in Knicks history, as they lead it 148-145. Pistons and Knicks each still with one timeout remaining. Neither team with a foul to give. A 3-point Knick lead, and the Pistons will have the ball in their front court. Too early, though, Clyde, for the Knicks to foul in terms of stopping a three. And the Pistons, once again, they'll try and go for a quick two.
And they got to keep Muhammad off the glass. This guy has been there tipping them in, so they can ill afford him to get a second opportunity.
Pistons with 27 offensive rebounds. There's Hamilton. Drives inside. Misses it. Fry the rebound. And he's fouled. And Hamilton can't believe a foul wasn't called. Neither can Flip Saunders with 13.6 remaining. Saunders came out to half court.
Hamilton was kind of stumbling and bumbling when he went to the hoop. So that caused him to veer away from the hoop, and Fry was able to put some pressure on him. Watch, he's going to miss-dribble a little bit. Right there, Bachman was the guy who changed the shot.
Well, it looked like there was some contact there. Knicks may have gotten a break. Hamilton still arguing with the call with Eli Rowe. Oh, he better be careful.
Yep. I thought Bachman made him change the shot.
On a technical foul call on Hamilton. He just cursed at Joe Forte. Oh, and Hamilton, that's a bad move. What a Fry missed a couple of free throws. Terrible decision from Rip Hamilton. Normally composed, normally poised. He lost it there. He had a legitimate beef. It looked like he got hit, but you can't let it affect the possible outcome of the game. And now Crawford will first shoot the technical free throw, and Fry will then shoot the personals.
Last night, Vince Carter thought he was fouled, so Hamilton should know that's how it goes when you're on the road. So they survived that game, and now this might cost them the game.
Now you could see Hamilton was using a certain word talking to Eli Rowe, and they didn't call it technical. He let him go on that, but then he used the extra harsh word at Joe Forte, and that's the magic word for the technical.
Very apropos that